No, 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 not today. What the fuck is this?
One day, I take one day off and all this shit happens. If there are no clients, why am I in jail? Does she not know any of this stuff? Like, how does this happen? Like, why isn't...
I don't think it does, right? No, it doesn't.
One day, I take one... There were no clients, then why is she even in jail? If she went to jail and all of this stuff happened and Epstein was this weird trafficker, you're telling me nobody knows anything about this? Nobody's gonna go to jail?
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
No.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
So it wasn't the files. She was explicitly asked about a list, and she said, it's sitting on my desk.
The White House says she didn't really mean that the list itself was on her desk.
She was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. That's what the Attorney General was referring to.
Who the fuck believes this shit? What are we doing? Like, it's semantics, yeah.
The Justice Department helped their case. They released this video. Let's show it. It shows no one entered the area surrounding Epstein's cell in the hours before he died. But there's something significant about this videotape.
There's a minute missing.
There is about a minute missing the night that Epstein was apparently killed.
There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged parties.
So you have tens of thousands of videos, but you can't identify a single person in those videos? No? Yeah. It's supposedly CP? Do you really think that nobody has ever looked at that stuff to find out and figure out who the fuck does this? There are absolutely investigative units that go through stuff like that as a necessary action in order to find the people that did it. Why isn't it happening? If Epstein had only known that there were no evidence, no list, and no further prosecutions, he would have not had to suicide himself. Yes, exactly. That's a good point. Why would he kill himself if he knew all the evidence was destroyed? Oh, fuck. Is this the missing video?
Is that a Hitler?
I knew it. I fucking knew it. One day, I take one.
Man, I'm getting so much Resident Evil shit, dude. Recommended. It's like, oh yeah, you like Resident Evil? I'm gonna give you Resident fucking Evil, dude. What the fuck? Resident Evil, Resident Evil, Resident Evil. That was a video I wanted to watch.
Steve, why is this? Will get progressively crazier. Adding MSG to butter sounds genius. I've never tried it before. Let's see how it is.
You ever wanted your food to taste so good that it makes people cry?
I have.
Full cloves of garlic, grated.
Everything is so aggressive. If this whole cooking thing doesn't work out, he should always start singing. That wasn't bad. Okay, finally the steak is out. That looks amazing.
Good Lord!
Let's find out if this is actually good. We're of course starting off with a jumbo tom. Keep the seasoning simple with a bunch of kosher salt and heavy, getting both sides. And of course, some black pepper. We'll get this on the grill and get started on the butter. We're gonna very aggressively throw that in. And with the parsley, the garlic, we'll chop up the chili, and of course the most important ingredient, MSG!
How do you get your voice that high?
And we'll mix it up. I have to say at this point, it looks and smells amazing. We'll plop it down and roll it out. And we'll get it in the fridge. We got it nice and refrigerated. Check out the marbling on that. I have to say, it looks beautiful. Now, instead of throwing the butter on top of the steak, I actually like to place my compound butter below the steak to protect that upper crust, and then just allow that hot steak to melt into that butter.
I love me some steak.
Ooh, that is a buttery steak. That looks very flavorful.
Oh mama.
That's insane.
Right? You get a little bit of heat and there's something extra going on. It's gotta be the MSG.
It is a
huge umami bomb
That looks
with
like a great
smokiness,
steak,
with char.
bro.
I've never tasted anything like that.
Is it gonna make you cry?
Unbelievable flavor in that butter. Then you have the garlic and the herbs and a little bit of spice and I guess MSG. And it's like the most incredible bite of steak ever.
There's no way this is healthy, but like, it is mind-blowingly good.
I don't think it's S. Honestly, I would say like A or B.
Starting off incredibly hot, a very solid A for Joshua Weissman. With nearly 11 million views, you knew Guga would be on this list. I cooked a brisket for a month and this happened. Let's see what happened.
So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
so far pretty standard, trimming up the brisket. He's doing it at 130, 131 Fahrenheit, which I think is perfect. That's essentially as low as you can go while still maintaining pasteurization. And if you're sous videing for such an extended period of time, you do want to go low so it doesn't completely overcook. There's a lot of moisture coming out of there. Evidently, things did not go well here.
It smells like a baby inside of your car, and it was left over for days on the sun.
Looks like he's throwing it on the smoker to achieve a little bit of smoky flavor. At least visually, this is looking pretty good. Okay, I mean, it is just completely falling apart, does not pass the bend test. I really want to see how this tastes.
It is completely unedible. I cannot stress enough again, don't try this at home.
With all that being said, let's do it. And starting off with a whole brisket. Now we are gonna make a few adjustments to Guga's video to see if we can make this thing edible. Start by hitting it with a little Worcestershire binder, getting both sides. Even though we're not cooking this one traditional, we are gonna do so with the seasonings. It's a big cut of meat, so we're going heavy. And I'll see if I can get this baby into a sous vide bag. Just like that, got it double bagged up just to be safe. And let's whip out the hot tub. Only cooking to 130 Fahrenheit, so this plastic bin should be okay. And we also have 2 sous vides for the job. And in with the brisket. Now, here's the thing. We are not going to cook this for 31 days. We already know what's gonna happen if we do that.
It is bad, bad, bad.
But I still want to try and push the boundaries. We're gonna see what happens if we sous vide this for 100 full hours. I've never done that before. I've never even seen it done before. So honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen. It is Friday at 11 a.m. What this means is that I'll see you guys at some point on Tuesday afternoon. I'll see you guys in 100 hours. I cannot believe the day is here. It has officially been exactly 102 hours.
There's no way this is gonna be good, dude.
I really hope this thing is still edible. This thing feels so tender, debatably too tender. The moment of truth to see if it's rotten, that actually smells great. On second thought, apparently everybody else in this room thinks this smells funky and not in a good way. Personally, I think it just smells like cooked beef. We'll have to see if this thing's still edible. So much liquid coming out of this thing after those 4 days of cooking. And this is what she's looking like. You can see how it's gotten a lot smaller in size. Most of that due to this insane amount of liquid that's come out of it. I'm gonna pat this thing as dry as possible, but we just had a third person walk into this room and say that it smells extremely cheesy. And the more it's here, the more I can kind of see what they're saying. I have no idea if this is rotten, but we're gonna move forward. Time to get it on the smoker, and I know it doesn't look that good right now.
But watch this.
All right, guys, 4 additional hours of smoke, and I can't lie, it is looking absolutely incredible. This brisket has never gotten over 130 degrees Fahrenheit, which technically means it should be medium rare. The only thing left to do is slice into it. Wow, I can tell it is definitely tender, looking so strange. That is a 100-hour medium rare internal brisket.
good,
Is
I
it
guess.
juicy? Yes, it is, but it's just weird that it's red. You just don't normally see this on a brisket. Now we'll take some slices of the flat. This is usually very dry and difficult to cook correctly. It has a very different texture than I'm used to. It's
looks
most certainly
good.
not falling apart, something I was very worried about given how long we cooked this. See if it passes the bend test. Oh yeah, that is perfect. The only thing left to do is see how it tastes.
Is this rotten?
Don't judge a book by its smell.
It smells like something went wrong.
Can we agree I put you guys through way worse? Let's look back in time. There was the opossum. There was the turtle egg.
It pops.
Pops.
Burger made out of bugs.
There was the bug burger. Kyle, take a bite. You're gonna enjoy this.
It's so soft.
It's definitely too soft.
It's mush.
But it's medium rare.
And it's not raw.
It tastes like someone pre-chewed some brisket and put it in my mouth.
Right, it's like what the birds do for their babies.
It's like pate, but drier.
All-time worst texture I've had on meat right there.
It's clear from Guga that 30 days is way too long, and I think with this one, 4 days is also pushing it. It's just a little too much.
I'll give it an F-.
I'd give it a D+.
Unfortunately, today it's gonna be a D for Guga, but Guga, you know I love you. We have made it to the one and only Binging with Babish, 22 million views on his Jake's Perfect Sandwich from Adventure Time. Okay, starting off relatively tame sous vide steak, I can get behind this. Okay, it looks like he's deboning the Cornish game hen.
If you're gonna try this at home, just use a couple chicken thighs or something.
You already know that we're doing the real deal with this one. Okay, so steak and chicken, I understand, but now we're adding lobster to the mix.
Cornish game hen that I'm going to throw into the broiler for about 10 minutes.
I kind of feel like that hen needs a bit more color to get the skin crispy.
I'm gonna rub a bunch of stingy stuff in my eyes until, finally, I yield a drop of salty face water.
Apparently I need to harvest my own tears for this one. I guess there's a first for everything.
A bird from the window, cucumbers sliced thinly, laying our steak on top. This thing's starting to get a little precarious. Some real teardrops for salt, and of course about a half pound of bacon.
Bacon does make everything better, so I can at least understand that one. I can't lie, it's pretty epic. Let's give it a shot. And it all starts off with a beautiful steak. And we'll hit it with some salt and black pepper. Into the sous vide bag, herbs in, and we'll seal. 135 Fahrenheit for, what are you doing?
Sorry.
135 Fahrenheit in the sous vide. And let's debone this Cornish hen. I've deboned plenty of chickens on this channel, never one this small. Let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah, this is significantly harder than doing it with the chicken. Everything is just on a microscopic level. Just absolutely manhandling this little guy. That was not easy. Oh, we still got a little wishbone attached here. All right, Sophia, if you win, we're gonna choose one person down in the comments and give them 5 free bags of jerky. How does this keep happening?
Yay! Free jerky!
I guess someone's getting lucky? Comment down below. Man, we'll just season it simply with salt. Making sure to get both sides of that completely boneless Cornish hen. Now, instead of roasting this, we're actually gonna try deep frying it to get better color. That is the color we're looking for. And time for the lobster tail.
Making lobster aioli.
So we actually don't need any of the lobster meat itself. We only need the shell. Perfect opportunity to see if I still got it. Kyle, what do you think the chances are I can slice this perfectly in half with the cleaver?
Actually 0. There's 0 chance you're getting it.
3, 2, 1. Look at this, Kyle. That thing is perfectly in half. It hit my shoe and it hit the wall. Pretty good. Maine lobster is way better though. Shell into a blender, and we'll add some oil, and we'll blend that up.
Why not use the meat
You already
instead?
know I gotta go for a sip of that fresh. It's steaming? Why is it steaming? Why is it steaming? That is the good stuff. Into a pot, and we'll cook it down. And now for by far the most difficult step of the day, I apparently now need to try and extract some tears. So we're gonna start with some onion. This is not something I suggest anyone does at home. Oh, wow. Pat, don't ask questions. Pat just walked in the room. Wow. This is insanely painful. Babish, you are a psychopath. I love it. Did I get one?
Yep, I saw them going.
We got one drop after all that. Oh, God. You see that? Let's move on to the next step. We'll start with the cream cheese on both sides, pickles on one side, some fresh dill on the other, hard-boiled eggs over the pickles, bird nestled on top as almost if he laid those eggs. Next up, some cucumber, the sweet onion. This is getting ridiculous, but the tomato goes on top of that. Next up, the sous vide steak we've also seared. For the salt, we need our teardrop, our giant stack of bacon, and some of that lobster shell aioli that we made with the lobster right over all that dill. We'll close it up, and that right there is a sandwich. This has given me major flashbacks to the last time we recreated one of Binging with Babish's sandwiches. No idea if this is sliceable, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Ta-da! Get the right idea, Sophia. This is definitely a glove situation.
It looks like he took about 6 different dinners, threw it under a bun, and I guess that's what you kind of did.
That's what we did.
It's actually amazing.
I love it.
Really good. I love the bacon. I love the dill.
The textures, flavors.
Genuinely, it's an amazing sandwich. It's obviously stunt food, but it actually works.
I'm not gonna say it's all because of my teardrop, but I'm not gonna say it's not because of my teardrop.
I completely forgot that you put a teardrop on this.
I think this needs to be in the S tier.
I was gonna say the same.
That right there is incredible and quite easily the most shocking S tier meat dish that we'll ever see. And we have made it to the one and only Nick DiGiovanni with his 44 million view ultimate steak crust.
I recently saw this video of a seared duck breast, but what if we cook a regular steak that way?
Okay, first of all, Nick, you gotta choose a steak with better marbling than that.
Now into a pan with some oil.
That is a lot of oil. Okay, the crust does look pretty good, but I really hope he didn't overcook it.
That's the best crust I've ever had. If you do this, I'd use a thicker steak. It's a little overcooked.
A little may be an understatement. Let's try it out for ourselves. Okay guys, I know I was sort of talking smack about Nick's steak. Ours doesn't look that much better, but at least it's pretty thick and has decent marbling. Just like Nick said, I'll start by scoring one way like so. Now we'll come across the other angle, and I think that looks pretty good. And we'll season with Osmo just like he said. And it's time to sear. Oil in, then we'll add the Nick DiGiovanni special steak crust steak, followed by a regular control steak to see which one's best. I'm gonna throw in a bit more oil. He used a lot. Give it a flip. Wow, that is actually looking incredible. Almost looks like a perfectly seared duck breast. Both the crusts look great at this point. I actually don't know which one's gonna taste better. And here we have the ultimate steak crust. Super dark mahogany
nice,
color. It's looking very good, specifically on the outer layers there. Though I will say within the slices, it's a little bit gray. We'll have to see how that affects the flavor. That is what I'm talking about. I'm happy to see that what we did to the exterior doesn't seem to have affected the cook on the steak. I mean, it looks perfect. And of course, we have our regular control steak. You've seen this one before, and like always, it is stunning. All right, guys, we'll start with this steak right here.
That's a good steak.
It's like a perfect steak.
What do you guys think about the crust?
Perfect.
Now let's move on to number 2.
It looks like a duck breast.
I like this one better.
I like that it's actually crunchy. Like the corners of the slits are crispy like a chip.
It's a very pronounced crust, and you kind of get it in every bite.
I bit the crust like 3 times.
It's safe to say that that is actually a significantly better steak. I think we got to put this in A tier. It's worth trying. We have made it to Chef Kuso. It's 2 pounds of salt on 2 pounds of steak. With 69 million views, this is my kind of video.
How much salt is too much salt? Salt in the bowl?
Do I really have to crack the egg with my mouth? Oh, he ate the egg too. I mean, to be fair, this is the guy who ate some raw beef fat with me.
Basically want to season with everything besides salt.
That makes sense. We are adding a lot of salt here. So he's going with 2 steaks on top of each other. I feel like I'm just gonna go with a full big 2-pound steak. It just makes more sense. Whoa, it's like a rock. Nice looking crust. This one should be very interesting. Let's find out for ourselves. Starting with a big boy ribeye. I mean, this thing is closer to a prime rib than a steak. That is thick. So we started by seasoning with an herbaceous rub, but the key here is not adding any salt at this stage. Also hit it heavy with a bunch of garlic and onion powder. And time for salt. This is extremely unnecessary, but we gotta keep it authentic. Why does that man do the things he does? You want just the egg white, a little bit of shell in there, never hurt. Okay. And this step is also extremely unnecessary, but once again, we gotta keep it authentic. Oh. And let's give it a mix. We've reached a really nice, almost clay cement-like texture. It should be perfect. Does anyone remember George the Snowman? But every snowman must eventually meet his end. He's back.
Danger!
Stop playing with you.
Sorry, brother.
They're having too much fun with this, dude. What the fuck?
Layer 1 down with the steak, and we'll completely cover the steak. And into the smoker. And just like that, it should be done. Let's crack into it. Whew, hot. And let's sear. At this stage, it's essentially been steamed, so this step is critical in achieving a crust. Let's slice into it. Maybe a bit closer to medium than medium rare, but that is a pretty nice edge-to-edge doneness, all things considered. It's actually amazing.
I love the herbs.
Very strong herb flavor.
Perfect seasoning mix.
This is something we've done before, and the way we describe it is fully seasoned. You'd think it'd be way too salty, but for whatever reason, when you salt crust something, it just brings out the flavor in the best way possible, and it actually works.
And it really allows you to get a good crust on the outside too, because that salt has just dry brined the exterior. This is incredible.
1, 2, 3, A. You guys are both B.
Nice.
All right, the people have spoken. We're going with a B. Let's move on. With 70 million views, we have the 7-day honey cured steak from Max the... Wait, that's me. Let's revisit our 7-day honey cured steak. The key was seasoning before the honey, heavy with salt and pepper. That was actually just a prime grade porterhouse. Wasn't Wagyu, but I mean, the marbling was crazy on that one. Seasoned again. Now I know you guys watching this think that steak was just way too sweet. There's no way it tasted good, but I promise you it was absolutely phenomenal. But this time, you already know we gotta take it to the next level. This is a massive Wagyu A5 ribeye. It's gotta be like 5 pounds, and the marbling is ridiculous. First thing we need to do is season it heavily with salt, giving it a few hours to penetrate. This is critical to balance out the sweetness. And now let's assemble the honey. And we'll need a lot of it. No clue if this is gonna be worth it, but just adding in some freshly shaved black truffle, followed by some dehydrated black truffle, and I'll give it a mix. And just like that, we're left with some stunning truffle honey. And it has been 6 full hours of dry brining, and it's crazy because it doesn't even seem like that salt has penetrated at all. It's completely dry to the touch, but there's so much fat, I think the salt has had a hard time actually absorbing. We'll have to see if that salt flavor comes through by the time this is done. But either way, steak in, and we'll cover in a sweet cocoon of that truffle honey, coating all sides. And we'll let this cure for a few days. I will see you in a few days. Hope you guys have a good time. All right, guys, we let this one go for a full 7 days. That is 168 hours. Time to check on that Wagyu A5. Let's see if I can get this out. Oh man, it is so thick. This is crazy. The honey is cold at this point, so it is so much thicker than usual, but it doesn't have any off smells or anything like that, so hopes are high. I'll just remove the excess. And this is so weird. It feels like a dry brined or like a dry aged steak. I know this thing is gonna be sweet, so even though we already seasoned once, I'm gonna hit it again with a bunch of kosher salt, and we'll finish with black pepper. I am just really praying that this is not a 7-day, $1,000 disaster, but either way, let's get it on the grill. And we'll start it on the cool side to slowly smoke and bring up that temp. We've reached 125 internal. Let's now shift to the hot side for just a lick of flames, and we're left with an absolute beauty. I mean, the color is just perfect. And slicing into it, we have what looks like a nice medium rare, but still decent rendering on the excessive amount of fat. Now I'll slice up the best part, that cat muscle. I mean, this looks like one of the craziest pieces of meat we've ever cooked. I cannot wait to try this one.
Dude, does it taste like lobster to you guys?
You taste lobster?
No. Take another bite.
What? Wait, do you like it though?
Yeah, I love it.
No.
You don't like it?
No.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Way too sweet and way too fatty.
I actually taste more salt than sweet.
I feel sick after eating that one bite of food.
Genuinely, I think this is at the top for me.
This is probably in the bottom 5 for me.
Yeah.
I feel good because now I'm giving them the real opinion, you know?
I hate you. I genuinely, I hate you.
You hate me as much as I hate that steak.
Sophia, what would you rank it?
I'd give it an S.
It is absolutely an S. So SS, what are you giving it?
I think it's like a D.
That comes out to a shockingly low average of a B. Kyle, we're gonna have a talk after this. Let's move on. You knew Gordon Ramsay was gonna be on this list. With 73 million views, we have Let's Make a Steak Sandwich.
Let's make a steak sandwich.
Ooh. That was the rolling pin smack heard around the world. Seasoning the steak after it enters the pan, it's kind of weird. I think he's overcrowding the pan here, and he hasn't even seared the top half of the steak. Like, why are there onions in the pan? And also, adding the Worcestershire while the steak's in there is adding moisture, which is further affecting the crust. I've seen better. Okay, this sauce looks incredible. Adding some wasabi along with the pan juices, that's unique. I'm sorry, Gordon, but the crust on that steak really needs some work. I mean, you said it yourself.
You got no color, no flavor.
I mean, I'm sure the sandwich tastes good, but there are several elements that I think need improvement. Let's give it a shot. And the first step, which is most important, that should be perfect. And now we're gonna toast up the bread, and I am gonna make a few adjustments to this recipe to hopefully make it better. Bread is nicely toasted up, and unlike with Gordon's recipe, I'm actually gonna remove the garlic and herbs for now, and we'll place down our fully seasoned steak. And now we're going to fully cook this steak without adding anything to the pan, aside from a bit of butter and herbs, and we'll just butter baste it until it's fully finished cooking, allowing us to achieve a significantly better crust just like this. I mean, just take a look at that crust. There is no comparison. With our steak optimally cooked, only now will we go in with those onions, throwing in a little soy sauce and Worcestershire, and just starting to get some nice color on them. We got some really nice color. Let's take these off and assemble. Toasted bread, the wasabi sauce, arugula, the onions topped with juices, that perfectly seared steak followed by more onions and drippings, finishing the same way we started, and I have to say, it's looking pretty freaking good to me. The infamous Gordon Ramsay steak sandwich.
Looks great. By the way, did you whack the heck out of that steak enough?
I did.
All right,
I gave it a good whack.
It's the best steak sandwich I've ever had.
That is so good.
You know what I really like? A lot of freshness and balanced flavor between the arugula, but the standout is that wasabi.
Everything is good about the sandwich.
And the thing about someone like Gordon Ramsay is he has these little tips and tricks that really elevate food, like adding the wasabi, adding the pan drippings to the sauce. That right there is an incredible sandwich.
This is an S. Gordon's is an A.
Exactly. Because his crust was lacking, we're giving it a very respectable A. With 75 million views, we've made it to the Protein King, and it's the usual suspects, QCP and Rush. Just starting off so intense. If you just pause and look at his face, like, that is a terrifying human. But the thing is, if you've met him, he's like the sweetest man ever.
It's convenient.
He's back in. That is a massive bun. Somebody count for me how many times QCP's been in the pool. Jumbo patty, a lot of bacon, and we got the tomahawk. That is an unbelievable cross section.
Bon appetito, bitch.
Let's make it. To start, we'll need the ground beef and a tomahawk. Almost kneading out the beef as if it was dough. Just trying to get it to its final form. The world's biggest patty. Perfect. We'll hit them with salt and a bunch of pepper, and we'll get them on the grill. 2 absolutely massive hunks of meat in this video, so doing my best to get good color on each without the patty falling apart, while also keeping them medium rare. Can't forget to toast up the buns, and we should be good to go. And let's assemble. Special sauce, bunch of onion, tomatoes, a ridiculous amount of crispy bacon, some layers of avocado, the lettuce. Next, the burger monstrosity that's literally the size of my head. The jumbo tomahawk, some cheese. That will get nice and melted. The sweet potato fries, and we'll close it up. Try to be like Chef Rush. Okay. There's no way someone could take a full bite of this thing. Let's slice.
That was fucking. Oh no.
That right there is a cross section. Guys, let me know down in the comments. That burger raw or cooked to perfection? 1, 2, 3. Kyle, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know what I got.
I got everything.
Oh my God, you did it.
2 bites. Instant replay on that, my 2 bites.
It actually tastes good though.
I will say, I love the flavors. I love the avocado in there, the bacon.
That sauce too. Good burger sauce actually makes a huge difference.
It's an S tier for fun and creativity, but it's an F for practicality, which sadly means I think it's a C. I think we have to meet it a C. Bon appetito, bitch. Next up, we have steak tacos with Kian, and looks like we got Chef Rush in the building. You already know it's gonna get intense.
We're making steak tacos.
Nice sear in the pan. Kian is always on point with those knife skills. Look at the size of that watch on Chef Rush. That is a large man. I'm telling you, his biceps are probably the size of my thighs. Everything about them is different, except for the fact that they both can cook. Perfect medium rare. Pretty simple, but this video has 98 million views. We gotta make it. And starting off with flank steak, definitely an underrated cut. Has those really long muscle fibers, so you have to cut it against the grain, but it's perfect for tacos. They went super fast on the seasoning, but this is what I think they used. It looked like some combination of salt, cumin, onion, garlic, maybe chili powder and black pepper. But Kian and Chef Rush, if you're watching, please let me know exactly what it was down in the comments. minutes. Let's get it on the grill, flipping frequently to get some nice color on it. And I'd say so far so good. Let's slice. A nice medium rare. When sliced against the grain, flank steak is super tender and I think underrated. Let's assemble. Beef, avocado, salsa, and lime juice. It's simple, but looks and smells amazing. Oh yeah. This might be a hot take, but I actually prefer the tortilla unfried, but it is a phenomenal taco.
The toasted flavor is nice. However, it does get a little bit too greasy.
Honestly, I think the salsa is what puts this one over the top for me. It is so good.
I agree with those points, and I do think it is quite delicious. It's a very well executed taco, but it's missing something to put it over the top.
I think B is a good score for a basic, delicious taco.
And we have made it to our very first video over 100 million views. It's Bayashi with his rare steak with cheese sandwich. Let's see what we got. We're already starting off in the wrong direction. Is that American craft cheese on top of a filet mignon? What has the world come to?
Hey, dudes.
Wow, we actually have Bayashi speaking in a video. That is few and far between. His name is Dims the Meat Guy. He handles Asia, I handle America. We've talked a few times, but let me know if you think we should collab down in the comments. So it's pretty clear to me that he did not age it for a full 40 days. That's like 24 hours maximum. Nice crust. To be honest, it looks a little bit raw, but I'll take it. Questionable sandwich to say the least, but let's give it a shot. So I actually have no idea what cut Bayashi actually used for this, but just to be safe, I'm using the tenderloin. It's lean, but the most tender cut on the cow, considered by many to be the best. What I'm gonna do is remove the tail, which is this right here. Next, I'll remove the head, which is this part right here. And what we're left with is the prize center cut, AKA the Chateaubriand. This right here is generally the most expensive part on the cow.
Yeah,
and for some reason today, we're covering it in American cheese. Bayashi, I'm trusting you on this one. Okay, so don't tell Bayashi, but I am actually going out of order with this. I'm gonna season it before I add the cheese, but it's all part of my plan. We're gonna lay down the cheese slices in almost a checkerboard pattern. I'll lay on the tenderloin, and I'll very carefully roll it up. Kind of crimping off the edges there. That should be perfect. And into the fridge to age. All right, we've let this thing age for about 30 hours, which I'm pretty sure is longer than Bayashi did it. Now what he did was actually take off the cheese, but I think it's more interesting if we just leave it on. So the only thing left to do is get it on the grill. And just like that, it has been smoked to perfection and it is looking cheesy. It's actually a pretty hard exterior. That is weird. Okay, well, we do at a minimum have a nice medium rare internal, but your guess is as good as mine as to whether or not the exterior will taste good or if I completely ruin this. And we'll assemble our sandwich. Just slapping on some thin slices of our beef cheese combo for what easily is the most bizarre steak and cheese sandwich I've ever made. This is amazing.
Why do I like this?
I was so ready to hate on this dish. It's really good.
Right?
This is like the perfect grilled cheese with steak.
Nothing about this sounds right, but if this is wrong, I don't want to be right. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think it's worth covering meat in cheese and smoking it. But what I will say is that that is not exactly what Bayashi did. He actually removed the cheese. This deserves an S or an A, but his specific dish doesn't have that cheesy element. As much as I love this sandwich, I think it needs to be a B.
I agree.
If this didn't have smoke flavor, I think it would be a lot worse.
Still very solid. We'll give it a B for Bayashi.
And we have made it to quite possibly the most viewed steak video on the internet. 325 million views, that is just mind-boggling. And you already know it's Albert and the crew.
Guys, we can fix this.
Okay, Chef Rush has brought out the meat. Looks like we have some tenderloin. That is not something I had to see on a Monday. This is my type of cake. If you're gonna have a cake, it might as well be a beef cake. That is a lot of caviar. This one's gonna be expensive. There is just a lot of yolk in there. Well, it's time to find out, does the most viewed steak video of the day actually taste good? Let's find out. And we'll start with some of that leftover tenderloin.
Starting with some nice thin slices here, then I'll get them chopped up into little bite-sized pieces for the tartare.
Hit it with a little soy sauce, some sesame oil, kind of freestyling at this point, but we're gonna hit it with a little gochujang, some ginger, garlic, some lemon juice, a bit of seasoning, and sesame seeds. And now we mix.
And just a bit of honey.
Time to go for a taste. Really hope this is food safe. That is actually fantastic. And now, we assemble. We'll start with a layer of beef. Now we'll add the cucumbers and that final layer of beef. An absolutely astronomical amount of caviar. This one hurts the wallet, but gotta keep it traditional. Oh, this just feels wrong on so many levels. Get it all spread out. Finally, a layer of chives around the sides. 1 egg, just the yolk. See what happens when I take this thing off. Whew. A few candles for Bayashi, I think it's his birthday. And that right there is the beefcake of all beefcakes. Gotta make a wish. Ooh. Gotta go for a little slice. Oh.
Happy birthday to Bayashi.
Happy birthday, Bayashi.
Happy birthday, Bayashi.
That's so good.
It's good.
It's very good.
And it's seasoned so well.
And then you get that little saltiness from the caviar too, and the chives just kind of punch you back into regular universe.
I was fully prepared for this just to be the most stunt of all stunt food, but it actually works and it tastes amazing. I'm so torn. I think it could be an S.
I love this. I could totally go for S.
Is it as good as Babish's sandwich?
It might be.
I'm gonna make the call. Based on what those 3 guys did to that cucumber, we are not allowing this dish into the S tier. It is gonna be still a very respectable A for Albert. And what that means is Binging with Babish has taken the crown on this one. Woo. Thank
A lot of damage. A lot of damage, dude. Jesus Christ, that's so good.
Round. Fight.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Why does it do so much damage?
Fight.
I don't like Pokemon, dude. It looks fucking stupid. That's good. I don't know. He just looks. Clive is probably. I mean, I just hate the timing mix-up. To be honest. Like aesthetically, I don't think he's bad. I think he's cooler than Victor, Clive, and fucking these other dumbass characters and trash like that. What else can I watch?
Dear Lucy, when are you? Ah, sorry. The handwriting is serial killer-like. When you are making, quote, whoopee, wig on or off? What wig?
Okay.
That sounds like the
are good buddies, and I really like Dan. I really don't want to have any issues with my boy's boy, right? So just
Drama. I don't care. I'm so fucking sick of drama. Maybe I should play some Tekken. Nah, I don't want to play Tekken. Dude, I can't believe it if she's fucking dead. What's her face? Fucking... Hey, Sarah. She fucking... I can't believe she's dead, dude. Is that crazy?
I think we kill these guys on the front side.
I'm down. There's only one left, I think, bro.
Yeah, we have to kill these guys.
I PA'd the guys behind.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Is that 4? We got all 4. I'm going. That's all 4. Down to all 4.
Dog, what a airstrike.
Come on!
My God, boys.
Come on, baby!
Holy shit. Did you really down all 4?
All 4 of them got knocked.
That's when you know. That's when you know. The 2 times feeling so damn good.
I like Dr.
God, oh God, oh God. It's Monday. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to. Shut up. And my job, I'll be honest, yours doesn't compare to mine. You think your job's tougher? It ain't. To have to play video games at an extremely high level. To have to read donations all day. To have to play with friends and... Let's wake up!
Fucking idiot.
We've arrived.
Oh man, he's so funny.
That guy landing right there. You got all military in front of you. We got a jam-packed day today.
Oh man, he's
all
playing
week too.
Pub Royale,
Look
whatever
at
his
this.
name is. Whatever the fuck.
Look at this.
Dude, that game is so
Look
shit.
at this.
Why is he doing this? Yeah, there you go. Why you play that shit, dude? Yeah, it's why. It's so stupid.
Get me off the fucking game.
Exactly, dude.
Hey, Alex! How we doing today, huh? How we doing today, Alex? Huh? I swear to God, I feel like I'm the only one
here, inside of a room by myself. Tommy B, you have a wig on. Oh yeah, you drive a Volkswagen Jetta with 150,000 miles to your apartment complex in the middle of nowhere, and you got nothing going on, Tommy. Shut your mouth when you're talking to the best. Puss Sneeze, thank you for the $10 Rumble rant. Dear Dr. Dis, I just discovered the Rumble and noticed you on the future channels. I'm curious. Could you give a brief intro to who you are and what you do for fresh newcomers? Sit the f down. And watch the 6'8" gaming great do what he does best today. On the main stage, the brightest LED lights, Lamborghinis, La Casas, sold-out arenas, award-winning Showtime material. Sit the f down and watch this. And cut. We'll use that as a clip for some sort of intro or whatever. I don't know. We can do that. Hi, I'm Dr. Disrespect. I play video games for a living. I have a beautiful wife, Mrs. Assassin. I have a little assassin who's into tennis. I grew up playing on the Atari 2600, and from there I transferred to the Nintendo and then the Sega Genesis 32X, where I played NBA Jam Tournament Edition, which was like upgraded graphics from the regular Sega Genesis to the Sega Genesis 32X. Outside of that, I enjoy playing sports, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. I done it. Thank you for the $5 donation, Doc. I donated to you last year after I lost my about to be wife and child. I completed 1 year sober, and you was my energy. Thank you much for everything you've done. I feel much better now and enjoyed my first pint. Your energy is unmatched. Thank you so much. Damn. Thank you. I done it for the $5 donation. 1 year later, you're in. You're in the arena. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You're in the arena. You're enjoying yourself. You're escaping. Because that's what this place is. It's an escape. Nahu!
Rodriguez! I'm gonna go get that fucking Betty and start cooking it. I think that Betty might come in handy.
Wow. How come nobody said anything? 50 gifted? Nobody said nothing? Mr. Mighty Pants, 50 gifted Rumble Premiums. Holy shit. Julio!
So we're thinking that yellow mark 10 after this run.
Julio Cicerone. 50 gifted memberships. Oh my God, man. Man, champs, I appreciate it, man. I really do. And then plus I'm getting distracted by Julio Cicerone with back-to-back-to-back 50 gifted. That's 150. Do the math. 150 times $4.99. That's $13,000. Oh my God. Oh. Champs, Nahu Rodriguez, back-to-back 50 gifted. Another 50 from Rez. Guys, come on. It's too much. Oh my God, Julio Cicerone with 50 gifted memberships. We got 50 I don't know what to do. I literally don't know what to do. Nissy Rides, thank you for the $10. Hey Doc, if you win this game or the next, I'm sending it $300. The lights are starting to dim.
So what the fuck is this? Where is he getting this? Is it Rumble? What is it? Rumble, huh? So he streams it. What the fuck? Oh shit. Dude, so that's where he's getting
People are grabbing their popcorns and their drinks because they know what's right around the corner.
Man, dude, this is good, dude. You gotta give it up. This is sick. Like, no one does it better. Like, man, he put so much effort into it. Momentum.
It's gonna be a tough one. explosives only, all the way to the finish line.
Dude, this is
I got
another
my
tough
shit.
fight where they're all
I got
above
my
us.
shit.
I think we get out of here, you guys.
Did we all get our bazookas?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Light them up, boys.
One shot. Sorry, little Billy.
Yo, give me a tap. Give me a tap.
Guy in the middle of the.
Yeah.
Oh, cracked him.
With that one.
Heli's coming.
No armor. His buddy's gonna pick him up.
Oh, yeah.
Can he back? Does anyone have a lock
If
on?
only I had the lock on one. Damn it. Oh, man. Wait, can we get in our heli? There's a heli right here. Boys, I might need to buy a
I am
muni
out
here.
of ammo already.
Yeah, same. I might need to buy a muni.
This heli's about to blow up too, you guys. I'm getting out.
Top up there, be careful.
Oh my god, I think I hit that guy in his face up there.
I'm gonna get ready to try and RPG this with.
I saw that full team.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure the cheater's at the top of the zip.
You come down burning. Such a hot shot sometimes, Bobby.
The cheater is up here. I think we can kill him, dude.
Yeah, we can zip cancel him. I'm gonna zip cancel him.
I cracked him. I cracked him up there, Ralph.
I got him.
Yes.
Hold on.
I got the other one.
I cracked him. He's one on the right.
I downed him.
Nice.
See ya. Oh.
Let's make 3 left. These guys are down low in the freaking.
Yeah, there's 3 on the buy. 3 on the buy on this angle.
An angle. Special thing.
Okay, well, I want to wait until they have to jump. I want to see when they jump. Because if we can.
This is a bunch of wrong.
Reviving it. Nice.
One left. One left.
Yeah, he's right here.
I actually still have no ammo, brother. I have nothing.
I thought I sliced him.
We got him.
Come on! Wow.
I got horny on this guy.
Oh, shit. Missy rides with a $300 donation. Yeah. You made it look too easy, Doc. Doctor, chill out. All right. It's not cheap like your $5 donation. I got low ballers over here, man. Hey, Nissy, it's just you and I got these $20 donations and $50 donations and these $150 donations. They're not on our level, right? 300. Now, wait a minute. Hold on, champs. Come back here. Hold on, guys. Come back. You guys, I appreciate all the donations. It's just a joke. See, 5 fresh letters. Oh my god. Style still. No!
Man, what the fuck face is this, dude?
What's the...
I think we can kill these guys.
What other shit do you have, Dr. Disrespect? You're funny.
Whoa. The name is Dr. Disrespect.
Dude, the whole fucking character is just so fucking funny, dude. This fucking 80s guy, you know.
And you're looking at the 2-time back-to-back 1993, 1994 blockbuster video game champion, a true international video.
Some shit that happened 30 years ago. 1993 and 4, dude, it's so dumb. I love it.
Video gaming superstar, ladies and gentlemen, trickle in.
Knock that fucking guy down.
Suffocate the snap! Oh, we're gonna remind him. All day, the violence, the speed, the momentum. They're gonna want a peek. They're gonna want a glimpse.
Wait, is this actually a thing? Or is this like in the game, or is this just like an edit? No way, this is in. Nah, no way. No way,
That's exactly what we'll do.
Keep going. Where you going?
Or is it, dude? If he has this, is this a thing? Dude, we need to find out if this is a thing or not. Oh, my mouth. Dr. Disrespect. COD. Merch. COD items. I don't know. Nah. Right? There's... Dude, is this real? Nah, no way, dude. Nah, whatever, it's probably not real.
You can't just...
But then again, like, you can play as Terminator.
Oh shit, that's scary, huh? Jump out right here. Turn around.
And you think I'm gonna stop right there? You think we're done? Is that not a headshot?
I mean, why can't that be a thing? He literally just killed fucking Beavis, dude, or Butthead, or whatever. So why can't that thing be a thing, man?
It was really only a matter of time.
This is what's gonna happen all day. So grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, grab your gin and tonics, get comfortable. 4th of July right around the corner. Everyone's off work celebrating. If you're not, go get a new job, someone that treats you with respect. If not, go start your own company, work for yourself. So I'll tell you right now. You'll feel like you're on a whole other level, man.
Dude, he is good, dude. The way he just thinks, that he just has like cool shit to say, and then he does some cool shit in a game. Dude, I think it's sick.
Oh no! Oh, I didn't think this. I thought that was. Oh man, what did we get? 18? Shit, dude. Let's put that number on the board, baby. That's the type of game right there I want all day. And that's what you're getting all day. You're getting high octane violence, speed, momentum. Ooh, wait. I did one of those.
Burger thing.
You know how you kind of, you fake like a drag scope lock-on type snipe.
Just for the shits, for the hell of it.
Content?
Yes.
Oh,
hey.
God.
I like that. Bringing it back.
That one just happened to hit. I am 5-0 in the gulag, huh, champs? That.
I'm 5-0. I'm 5-0. 5-0.
That's the most 5-0 song.
Hunt down the enemy.
The 2-time? No, don't play that ad. That's a controversial ad because, well, it's not controversial. It's just I don't want controversy, right? Like, no, don't fucking play it. Yeah, be safe, man. Come on. It's the year of positivity. We don't do that.
等一等，你是我道长，现在你是我马长。
閃掉位咩？咁動畫嘛我先啊嘛，想動畫咩？
你的能伤在哪儿？
咁動畫嘛喂，
Yes, you're fine.
睇未？衝動公道啊嘛，我心得嘛喂。
American.
This is my arena, punk. I'm the 2-time
Rumble Premium. For the fearless, the relentless, the 2-time.
Oh, fuck, dude. What the fuck was that? That was great.
Christ, nobody listens to me. Doc, play Wordle. I'm not gonna play Wordle, man. We're already an hour long into this.
Minimize the chat.
Hour into my. Okay, I'll play it. Except it's gonna be timed. I got literally, champs, starting from right now. I have 1 minute to guess the word. I have 1 minute. I get as many rows. No giveaways today. I have 1 minute starting now. You ready? Go. Speed run. It's a speed run. Style. Style. Still. I'm gonna get some information. You ready? That's all. This is all I'm gonna do. Still. Okay, never mind. I'm just getting some. I'm gonna get some information here. You ready? Light. I know. Okay. So blind. Oh my god! Oh, blink. That's less than a minute. Someone fucking time that, man. What is that, baby? Huh? Get me out of this. Get me out.
Battle Royale.
Havoc Royale. What is that? Can I get some information on it?
What the?
Hey, Beavis. He said, hole.
Put it in the hole. So what is Havoc? I still don't know. Changing gameplay modifiers throughout the match. Crouch potato. Toggle to toggle. Wait, crouch. Oh, what the hell? A sack of potatoes?
Hold on. See if this guy sees me at all.
Dumbest shit ever, dude.
Mark Nolette, after gifting 10 alongside the H channel, has recommitted for 45 months. Says, my dad is going through pancreatic cancer and your streams and videos are keeping us entertained. Thank you, Doc. Pancreatic cancer, that's a tough one. But you know what's tougher? It'll always be tougher. Right there and right there. Through the nose, out the mouth. You ready? In 3, 2, 1.
He's fucking great, dude. He's so fucking funny. What do you say, Mangoes?
This new ill game trailer has just come out, and it looks absolutely insane.
You there, Mike? I made my way in.
Fuck, play the video.
Found some sort of administrative room. It's a total mess here.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
This new ill game trailer has just come out, and it looks
Morning guys, how you doing? Back on the road again.
Back
And
on
today,
the road
me and
again.
Cameraman, we've decided to venture out to a little place called Stoke, Shrewsbury, Whitmore, following signs here. But we're going to see a pal of ours, alright, a fellow YouTuber, but he's also a bit of a strong lad, I've heard. Alright. I'm going to go see if he's strong enough to take on me and take on a bit of a breakfast brunch somewhere. But they call him the big lad.
Eddie, Eddie, oh, Eddie,
I think
This
it's
is the
down
most
here
British
somewhere.
shit ever, dude.
So sat nav saying you're nearly here. So we need to find somewhere to park. Have a bit his big in front of. That'll be his vehicle. One that's a big. Going into a secret. And thought under my arm. There's only me. Tell you. Come on. Anyhow. I reckon. Only kidding. Jim Butty bar. See. Jones. I got stuck in, So I got stuck in traffic, guys, if I'm honest with you. So I've had him waiting here for probably nearly an hour and a half. So,
I had breakfast whilst I was waiting.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
It's alright.
We're going to see. So we'll order some food and then we'll sit outside. Little fella in here, I've heard that you do like a big breakfast.
This is so fucking British, dude.
So you're a massive one.
We do, and it is big.
Yeah.
If you can eat it all, you get a free one.
Can you?
Really?
Well, I don't think I'll eat all.
So oatcakes are like Stoke-on-Trent specialty.
I'll get you a 12-inch.
Yeah. Fry it like a little.
What it is? It's like pancakes, pancakes.
Sure, 15.
So, yeah, just coffee or drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Some tea.
Okay, so.
I better buy his breakfast, else he's going to screw him up like a little.
42, please. 20 quid each they are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, let's bang it on here then, mate. Take card.
No worries.
Yeah. Yes, please. This one's going to be any good for you, mate. Then today, guys, we're just about that.
2 stone.
Get away. Yeah. Mate, I thought you were as old as me. I'm 43. I'm thinking, I remember it all. For some reason, I'm thinking you're about. I know. No, but you look good. I'm not saying that. I'm thinking to myself, for some.
Oh, yeah. When I won a lot smaller. The biggest I was 32 stone.
Oh, yeah.
When I won the World's Strongest Man, yeah.
How long ago was that now?
Oh, 6 years.
6 years. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 35.
Get away.
Yeah.
Mate, I thought you were as old as me. I'm 43. I'm thinking, you look kind. I messaged you. And I thought, I was sat on holiday. It's like about. Oh, not bad, mate. How are you? So now we're
nice,
bringing.
Man.
Thank you. You're right.
I'm a bit of a fan myself, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to be here with you.
No, thank you. You're right, pal. Oh, not bad, mate. How are you?
We're watching
you this morning.
some people eat some.
Oh, there
Dude,
you
this
go.
is so British.
So now we're
Nice,
bringing
man.
bringing
is
the
so British.
powerhouses together. He cooks in. I've enjoyed you've watched just chill here the band now.
Style is for your own boss.
It's the food, dude. I don't care about your fucking little podcast.
Position where I've got.
Fuck your little podcast, dude. I don't give a fuck. But I'm assuming it's a lot of food.
What colour?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, it's all right, that pal. Oh. There.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, so I think we're off. Right. What's that? Is that just for me?
It is, you've had the extra large.
Right.
XXL.
XXL.
Still coming out, I think.
That's like what you'd have in tank, that, wouldn't it?
We've got all the oatcakes and stuff
Well,
coming
there is,
out,
isn't
and
there?
tomatoes and.
That's a
Well, I've
lot
got
of
tomatoes and beans here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jesus.
Here, these sausages, they look like they've got a bit of a Lincolnshire sniff of them. Mushrooms. Is that it?
A bit of cheese,
Some
please.
melted cheese.
No, I think we've got
Well, I
enough.
think we'll
Carly.
pass on the cheese.
We've got enough. I'm going to roll sleeves up here, guys.
That's
You've
a
had
lot
no
of.
before, have you?
No, mate.
All that for 20 quid? Dude, that's fucking cheap. 20 quid, that's all. I would just get one of these. You buy just one of these and take them home. And then you don't have to eat for a week, dude.
I'm looking at them. What?
So basically, and probably most of the world hasn't had an oatcake. So it's basically oatmeal that's been cooked like a pancake.
Yeah.
But it's really healthy. And what you do is you put
You wrap it
a
in.
bit of a sausage, bit of a
I'm
bacon,
just copying you here, Ed.
bit of mushroom, flop an egg on there, and then just wrap that up, mate. And that's like an on-the-go breakfast for the old workers back in the day for Stoke-on-Trent.
On-the-go breakfast.
Beautiful.
Right. I'm not being funny.
Look at all those beans, dude. Look how much you get for 20 quid. Dude, what the fuck?
In your hand, it just looks like a little snack. In my hand, it looks like
Pretty
it's
much
huge.
is.
It's like a kid holding a kebab.
I mean, this breakfast is pretty insane. So we've got 8 sausage, 8 bacon, 4 black pudding, 4 hash brown, 4 eggs, tray of mushrooms, 4 oat cakes. I don't know, a bucket of tomatoes and a bucket of beans. So
and I am now out of a job. So usually I'm going through it all, and Eddie's job is like, yeah, let's just go for it, Dan. Come on.
Do you reckon we're going to finish this?
I ain't going to finish it, mate. If I finish this, I'll have to go nuts.
Let me know what you think of the oat cake.
Right, let's go for it. Yeah, they're all right, you know. They're all right.
Sort of balances out all the grease. That's banging.
If I'm honest with you, being a Yorkshireman, I'm missing toast. With Lurpak on, you know, dipping in beer.
We're in Stoke now, mate. Oat cakes. That is your toast.
Is that it? Is that so you don't get no toast or all that? Is this what it is?
No.
Right.
How many thousand calories do you reckon this is? How many thousands of calories?
Well, I was going to ask you that because obviously you're the calorie counter.
Okay.
I've never counted calories in my life. So what do you reckon? This full thing here?
Probably like
we've got a full pack of
8,000.
bacon. There's 1,000 calories. 8 sausage. I'm going to say that's... I'm surprised it was like 1,500, maybe 2,000 calories just in the sausage.
Wow.
So it says 3,000 there. Black pudding, 200 a piece. So let's say 800 in the black pudding.
Can I just ask you?
Go on.
The black pudding, is that what it's like round here? Like square?
No. That's just here.
Oh, just here. Because I'm looking at thinking, I've never seen black pudding like that. Usually round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, sorry to interrupt. Go on.
Black pudding.
Hash browns, 800. 4 eggs. Eggs are 200 each. So I'm going to say 8. I'm going to say 2,400 there. Oat cakes are a couple hundred each.
Like,
We've got 800 in oat cakes.
They're both of them.
3,200. Mushrooms, 100. 3,300. Tomatoes and beans. Oh god, I'm going to say 400 calories, 200 calories. So we've got 6. I'm going to say 4,000 calories plus 3. 7,000 calories.
Wow. And how much do you used to eat a day back at Strongman?
12,000.
So you'd have this for your breakfast and then crack on with something else?
I wouldn't say I'd have this much.
I'm just going to start trying all this individual stuff just to get the quality of it. So we're going to go in with sausage. Look at that.
That is a lot of food.
Looks like a bit of spice
What
in
a
there,
waste,
cameraman.
dude.
Looks alright.
What a waste of food this is. Man, look at that. You could just have like man, I don't know what to have for dinner today. Oh, I just have 3 sausages and a hash brown, you know. And then, dude, this is like food for a week. If you want it to be, this is food for at least 3 days. It's easily 3 days worth of food.
Well, not bad.
You just gotta eat it with all that fucking.
Your standard cafe sausage out of what you'd expect to get from normal cafes. So the bacon looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is four dinners, dude. That's just insane.
Nice and thick. Can't stand it when you go to places and they've got that thin bacon.
Oh no.
Like supermarkets sell you.
It's no good.
What, cheap?
No. The sausages are from a local factory, I think.
Are they?
It's called Blakeman's, yeah.
Ah.
Good sausage.
Yeah. So, being from there, used to be a butcher.
Yeah.
And I used to have a cafe as well. Sometimes I used to have to, if I ran out at butchers, I used to have to go to Booker's to get my sausage, and they have Blakeman's in there.
Blakeman's sausage is really good.
Bacon's tasty. Nice bit of salt, but it's like, oh, whoa, we're off all these. There's quite a lot of food here for 20 quid, isn't there?
I don't know how they do it so cheap. Really?
These days, it's quite tough.
It's good. How many times would you go out for a meal, spend 20 quid and be full? Very rare.
Oh.
That is so much food.
I'm a bit funny with beans. I like them to be softer. These they're like stewed a little bit. These taste like that's what they are.
Yeah, they're alright.
So this, I'm not being funny, mate. I think these beans and tomatoes look like the sort of mugs you'll be drinking on a daily basis to get when you're eating Strongman.
Not far behind, mate. I'd say half this.
So did you have when you were doing that, did you have like a dietitian or did you just have to manage it yourself? Did you have a team there that was
I did it all myself.
Yeah.
I did my own nutrition, did my own coaching. With the diet, as long as I was getting like a certain amount of protein, fats and carbs, I just kept it fairly balanced. But cheese,
Yeah, there's no way to eat all this, dude.
I'm honest, the flavour of it's alright, but
There's nowhere to eat
and only some things are, some of the ingredients, be a bit costly. So,
There's too much food.
or live
Yeah, there's nowhere to eat all this.
because a lot of time people deal with grief and they're dealing with it head on with a family member and they're not dealing with themselves.
What the fuck is Matt HD Gamer? What the fuck is this?
Have you ever wondered?
Oh my god.
Nothing, guys, how you doing?
What are these guys, huh? Fucking FIFA faggots. Bro, FIFA faggots. What else? Oh man, you know this. 50 hours, dude.
Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to London Victoria Coach Station. The longest unbroken coach journey I've ever done was 1,509 miles. That was between Port Hedland in Western Australia and Darwin in the Northern Territory. Tonight that's going to get smashed. I'm travelling with a company called Union of Coney. Makes sense.
Let's go on a bus.
Pasportem Italii, samo da napišem.
$50 hours, dude. That is fucking brutal. No pissing, no nothing, dude. You're just fucked. Right? You gotta piss here.
Zone 5. I'm always forgetting what zone, what level the buses are parked on. Is the small dynamic? I've decided I'm going to survive this 50-hour coach journey by breaking it into little bite-sized from. In fact, when we get, I'm heading inside. Where's?
I would just piss.
Is 6 or 2 litres of sparkling wine, 200 cigarettes or.
Par mesure de sécurité, les passagers sont priés de ne pas.
One day I'm going to pluck up enough courage and try and get into one of the driver's lounges on one of these ferries. But there's a guy there sort of guarding, won't I? And to get into the driver's lounge. Right, let's.
How long is the
Are so good. For some reason on our coach there are 12 passengers and a girl was allocated the seat next to me. The bus is almost empty and yet the system still books us two together. Maybe it was supposed to be fate, but it didn't happen that way. I moved across the aisle, 2 seats to myself. I think she's getting off at Paris, but I think we're going to get a lot more passengers on. As for
what is this groovy ass music, dude? What are we fucking? got a car here. This might look like a fucking fever dream. Dude, this music is fucking Lamar, dude. Man, Paris looks like shit, dude. I don't know why people think, oh, it's so romantic. I don't know, it doesn't look romantic. Fucking shit.
Well, I can't complain about the stops. There's one every 2 hours. We're just outside of Paris. I didn't know what happened in Paris. I thought we were going to end up going to the Bercy bus station. Obviously not. We ended up in some other random part of Paris. This is a strange place to have a break, honestly. It's like a construction site.
Yeah. Fucking what the fuck? Dude, I would go insane on this bus ride, dude. The longest bus ride I ever did was probably like 6 or 10 hours or some shit.
Another service stop, another construction site. This one's just outside of Metz.
What the fuck? Dude, France sucks.
It's just gone midday, so I thought I'd get a proper lunch. I've got some orange juice and a baguette. I have noticed one thing though, and it brings back memories of when I travelled across Russia by train. If you sit long enough without moving, you become slightly constipated, and that's what's happening to me at the moment. I just thought I'd tell you and give you an update on my bowels. Yeah, no need to go to the toilet. What is it with these places?
What an absolute shit place, dude.
And we've got the army over there as well. We're in safe hands here. I must say, I am impressed at the number of breaks we get. They're roughly every hour and a half to 2 hours, but I think that's because there's no toilet on board. Right, let's get on board.
Yeah, I agree, dude. This looks... Fucking hell, France... Dude, France is sad, dude. God, France... Dude, France sucks. France fucking sucks, dude. Germany, much better.
Another comfort stop and another construction site.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is just outside of Saarbrücken. Unfortunately, there are no toilets here, and now I'd need one. McDonald's saved the day. Right, let's get out of Saarbrücken.
St. Ingbert. going very fast? What's going on here? It looks like he's going very fast. I don't know, that was weird.
And we've made it to Stuttgart, 7 p.m. That marks about halfway time-wise. Oh, I'll tell you what, my backside and legs are getting sore. So whenever we get the opportunity to go out and stretch the legs, that's exactly what I'm doing. I was going to go and use the toilet there, but of course they're charging 80 cents to get in. I didn't bring any cash with me. Oh well, I'll do it next time. Right, let's just wander around and get the blood circulating. Ooh. Haha, and even another construction site, look. They're always building stuff. I was hoping to actually get something to eat for dinner because it is almost 7 p.m. but absolutely no shops open here, so I'll have to wait for the next Shell service station stop. I was just thinking, I was here years ago. I came here for a football match. I want to come back again and feature on YouTube one day because it is quite an interesting city. Another town, another service break. This time I had to get something to munch on and some water. We're about 2 hours out of Munich. We're well past the halfway stage. My backside's feeling a bit sore, but apart from that, enjoying it.
Oh, is this enjoyable, dude? There's nothing enjoyable about this. 50-hour fucking bus ride, dude, that is insane.
There's a bit of a pattern for me here. We're here at another Shell garage for another comfort break, but this time they're buying petrol as well. We didn't visit Munich. I guess if no one's getting off the coach at Munich and no one's scheduled to get on the coach at Munich, we don't stop at Munich. But we did stop at Salzburg, and we're just outside of Linz now. And at this rate, we'll be hitting Vienna a lot earlier than I expected. I thought we were going to be there at about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's going to be more like 4 a.m. I'm just wondering what time we're going to arrive into Sofia, because I thought it was going to be it does say actually an 8:30 arrival. We're way ahead of schedule. Oh, and by the way, I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt because it is absolutely sweltering in that bus. These Bulgarians, I don't think they can handle the cold very well. It is roasting in that bus, it really is. .4:20 a.m. and another service break. This time it's not a garage, it's actually a proper rest area for truckers and for buses. We seem to have skirted around Vienna. I was looking forward to seeing Vienna because I love Vienna. No, we've skirted.
Now we're getting close, dude. Oh, shit.
.35 which wasn't too bad. And I was thinking, I've never been to Serbia before, so it's a new country, but I've been here before. New guy just there, what to do.
Nee, nee. Lief is druif, dat is mij. Kijk, goed.
And here we are in Sofia. What did I think of Union Ivkoni? Would I do this journey again? Well, in actual fact, no chance, absolutely no chance. I have not slept a wink on that. I've been up for about 56 hours since I last crawled out of my bed. I am so tired. The sea.
Fuck you, now that sounds brutal, dude. I think this is my new favorite fucking YouTube videos. People fucking taking unnecessary long bus rides and hating it, dude. What a great genre.
Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Glasgow's Buchanan bus station. Tonight I'm going to start one of the longest, if not the longest, coach journey of my life, from Glasgow to Gibraltar. It's a total of 1,915 miles, or 3,081 kilometres, and I'll be spending 3 nights on board a bus. But I've got a cunning plan, and I'll tell you what that is later on. Tonight I'm catching the 9:45 PM service with National Express down to London, Victoria. It is a night service, so you're not going to hear too much from me until I arrive into London. I've got a 2-hour connection in London, and that's just in case this coach service is delayed. It gives me time to freshen up and time to get breakfast, and then I'll tell you why I'm very excited about travelling on Flixbus between London and Paris. You don't hear that too often, do you? Right, let's get on board, and I'll see you when we're in London.
Not new, mate, but just a relatively I've been seen on the one and 6
2 AM and we're at Knutsford Services, which is kind of just south of Manchester. That's one thing I like about National Express. They always give you a break, whereas if you go on Megabus or Flixbus, it's straight there. So we're here stretching our legs for about 15 minutes, then we're on the road again.
Dude, in the middle of nowhere. Imagine if you get, like, you're supposed to go to Bulgaria or whatever, you know, Sofia, and then you get fucking left behind in Austria. Like, dude, what? Dude, I'd be so pissed.
Good news and bad news. The good news is we've arrived into London. Bad news is we're 25 minutes late. And that's cutting into my breakfast time. Everything was going according to plan until we got to Knutsford Services. And we're pulling out of the services area, and the guy next to me suddenly went up to the driver and said, "Do you realise you've left 2 passengers behind?" So he suddenly slammed the brakes on. They both went in, and they found the passengers relaxing, sipping cappuccinos in Costa Coffee. So they were put back on the bus. Then the bus driver spilled his coffee and he pulled over on the hard shoulder on the motorway to mop up. We then had a diversion off the motorway. There was an accident on the motorway. So it was all happening last night. Anyway, I'm heading down to, is it called Victoria Place? It's a pub. I've caught. And here we are at Dover. There was total carnage at Victoria Coach Station. I never book row 1 on these Continental coaches because row 1 is usually allocated for the relief driver, bags, jackets, that kind of stuff. So you can imagine the disappointment of some passengers after paying a supplement, expecting to get row 1, to find they're not getting row 1, so they sat in row 2. Guess who paid a supplement to be in row 2? This one here. So it was total carnage. I ended up sitting in someone else's seat, and eventually the bus driver just said, "Sit where you like." I had an Australian woman come out to me and ask, "Where is row 20? And I said, "It must be up the back somewhere." And she said, "No, it only goes to row 12. And I thought, right, okay. They've obviously substituted the coach, which was confirmed by a woman who came in from Victoria Coach Station to explain the carnage is because they've replaced the coach. Then there was a bit of an uproar because people had paid a supplement. You can get a refund, blah, 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 blah. The driver was getting really quite annoyed at this point. Poor guy, it wasn't his fault, but I understand enough French words to indicate he wasn't happy. He tore off his high-vis jacket, threw it on the coach seat, and then stormed out for about 10 minutes, and then came back again. Yeah, it was a bit messy, but we've made it here, and we're just soaking up some rays, waiting for a nice little surprise.
See, this is why buses are hilarious, dude. This would never happen with a train, you know? You know what I'm saying? This is such a bus fuck.
Got a meal voucher as well. And we're on board. Good news and bad news. The good news is we're on board. The bad news is we missed our ferry and we are 1.5 hours late. When we were approaching the passport control area, our driver was giving a kind of a praying gesture to some of the staff as if he needed to get through fast. And then when our bus was selected for a random luggage check, he just kind of threw his hands up in the air. I just thought he was some sort of expressive French driver, but no. He knew he was going to miss this ferry, and we did. So we're 1.5 hours late, which means 1.5 hours late into Calais and probably 1.5 hours late at least into Paris. I gave myself a 1 hour and 50-minute connection at Bercy bus station in Paris, so I've got 20 minutes. Originally I was planning on going to get a meal, maybe a little beer, you never know. No, I'll be going straight from one bus to another if I'm lucky. If we get delayed more than 20 minutes getting into Paris, I'm schnookered, but it will make a good video. Yeah, so I'm going to have a little wander around, and I think I might redeem my meal voucher because I can't see me getting anything to eat when I'm in Paris, that's for sure.
Dude, buses suck. Buses suck. Look at this cute dude, how is he gonna get food? Jeez. Oh, he got food.
Okie dokie, a couple of updates. Firstly, that was the beef rendang. Very nice. I've had that before on DFDS. Excuse me. However, on this occasion, I feel as if DFDS were on some sort of an economy drive because the beef was a bit tough and there was more potato than beef. But it was still delicious. And it was worth the 35-minute wait to get served.
35 minutes. Dude.
Also, when I saw the 12:55 ferry leave earlier, that wasn't the 12:55 departure. I think that was a late running earlier departure. Our driver had a kind of a ticket in his window for the 12:55. That wouldn't have been valid on a later ferry. So I think the ferries are running late today because the ferry that came in and the one which we boarded, I thought was the 14:25 departure. It left at 5 minutes to 2. So in actual fact, I think that was probably running about an hour late. As a result, instead of really cutting it fine at Bercy bus station, I've got about 50 minutes, which is still 50 minutes too much, but at least I'm going to catch this Flixbus onto Madrid. Let's enjoy this scenery. This next leg to Paris It's 3.5 hours and it is deadly dull. Usually the coaches stop somewhere to stretch your legs, which I might take advantage of. Otherwise I might try and get some sleep, or at least some shut-eye, because I didn't sleep much last night and I'm not going to be sleeping much tonight either. According to Google Maps, we're in a place called Aire de Raison Est. There's a French, not very good, is it? No, this is the usual stopping off point. I think we're here for just 10 minutes. The driver has been driving like a bat out of hell and he's making up a lot of lost time. We're about 90 kilometers out of Paris. We should be there in less than an hour. I'm going to have over an hour at Bercy coach station. I had hoped to pick up a copy of L'Equipe newspaper. The Tour de France is starting today and I thought, let's get it. But no newspapers, just books. And here I am at my least favourite bus station in the whole universe, Bercy in Paris. It's an absolute dump, it really is. On the ferry, I had my beef rendang. That was my lunch. I wasn't expecting to have that. I bought a baguette for dinner because I thought I wouldn't have enough time here. But as it's turned out, I've got about an hour and a half. So that gives me two options. I can either go and check out some of the places I was thinking of eating, or I can spend an hour and a half here at the bus station. What do you reckon? I want to get back to the bus station in plenty of time because I want to nudge my way to the front of the queue. Tonight's bus to Madrid is completely full. I've got seat 2A and I don't want anyone else trying to acquire seat 2A. So I want to be one of the first on board.
Nerd.
Nerd. Yeah, it's up here. There's two things I want to check out and they're up here. Check it out. Because there's probably better places. Yeah, quite a few places here. There's an Italian one, there's a Lebanese restaurant. Eating in them. It's near Stall odds, seat 2A.
Let's see if we got 240.
Well, against all odds, seat 2A was still free. And I have a wee passenger next to me. I really don't like this bus station. Oh boy. I was actually going to use the toilets and then I thought, maybe not.
Oh man, oh man. The kids. What a nightmare, dude.
So the boarding process at Bercy was actually quite organised. It could be because they're Spanish. There were two staff members there, couldn't really get a photograph of the bus at all. There was a bit of a rugby scrum to get on board, and I've got a young lady of about 3 years of age colouring in and occasionally kicking me on the right hand side, so she's keeping me in my place. Right, let's get on board and I'll see you along the way. Mind you, we've only been on the road for about 35 minutes and we've already got to stop. Brilliant.
It's gonna be a long ass drive to Madrid, dude. Where is he going exactly? Gibraltar, Jesus Christ, dude. city. Very Spanish. Very Spanish. Burgos.
This is our last comfort stop before we get to Madrid. We're about 3 hours out of Madrid, and I think he said 20 minutes here, but I'm not going to mess around just in case I misunderstood. At 6, now I've been on coaches already for 2 nights and I haven't really slept at all, and I'm absolutely wrecked. If I was to catch the next coach tonight at 2200 and then arrive to the Gibraltar border tomorrow, I would still be arriving at 6 AM, wouldn't be able to check in until about 2 PM. I would be absolutely hammered. So the plan of action is to spend 1 night here in Madrid, clean up, get some rest, and I'll see you tomorrow when we continue this journey.
Fair enough.
And here I am at Madrid South bus station. That stopover I did 1 night in Madrid was really needed. I was so tired after the 2 nights from Glasgow. I slept for 13 hours non-stop and I had to be woken by an alarm. That's how tired I was. Anyway, I've had a day of recovery, and at 10 PM tonight, which is the rest is a little bit serious. So at 6:05 tomorrow morning, I'd better not be asleep because I'll miss my stop. The face you pull when buses before your departure and after your departure all have stand numbers and yours doesn't. There's a sign up there in the main concourse, Interbus use 39 and 40, so I think I'll go down and hang around there just in case. It's still not coming up on the board and we have 20 minutes to go. Outside in the bus departure area in anticipation of it arriving, so they know what they're doing.
Jesus Christ, dude, this looks like
5 minutes before departure, the bus crawls into the bus station and there's absolute free-for-all. Most people seem to be going to Malaga as far as I know. I couldn't see that as an intermediate stop, but there you go. And someone's had their greasy head against my window here, so not too many panoramic shots out the window.
Jesus Christ, how do buses make me fucking...
1:45 AM and we are just outside of Cordoba, which is about the halfway point to La Linea. Boy, this is a tough one, this ride. Not a lot of leg room, and the guy who's in front of me likes playing, let's push the seat back as far as we can go. So I just keep nudging him back and he pushes it back. We're playing kind of seat battles, but I think he's been drinking and therefore he doesn't quite know what he's doing. Even the guy next to me sort of indicated in his best Spanish, push him forward and teach him a lesson, but I thought, no, I'm a lover, not a fighter, you know. So this guy next to me as well, he must be at least 6'6", and he's doing man spread all the way, so he's got no space whatsoever. Someone's chewing gum and is popping every 20 seconds, and the driver to stay awake is playing heavy metal, which effectively keeps half the bus awake as well. So this is a rough journey, this one, and I will be glad when it is over.
See, buses suck.
This 20-minute break, not being in the coach, has actually been the best part of the journey so far. At Madrid, I'm sure I heard the driver saying something about Malaga. This place, I don't see any, so why was he mentioning Malaga? Room after. La Linea bus station at 6 AM. A bit on the quiet side. That was a seriously uncomfortable journey. Note to self, never do Spanish domestic overnight bus trips. They're an absolute nightmare. We made it though. Things actually got a little bit better once we hit Marbella because quite a few people started getting off at that point and there's a little bit more room. The guy next to me moved across the aisle, so he was a bit happy as well. But we haven't finished the video yet because I'm not in Gibraltar. I'm in La Linea de la Concepcion, which is about as far as you can get by bus. The rest is on foot, and I believe the border is just down this way. There are lots of lights up ahead, so I'm assuming that's the border. I was checking online and sunrise today is at 7:09, so there's an hour to go before I can see anything. Although I can see lights are way up there, that must be the top of Gibraltar. So going to and border. You hear all these horror stories about how long it takes to get across, but then I guess being 5 minutes past 6 in the morning, it makes it a little easier. Well, thanks very much for coming along. Bit of a kill.
I only know Gibraltar from fucking Overwatch. What? Jib. What? Gibraltar. Oh, whatever. Holy shit, dude. I can't type Gibraltar. Gibraltar. Whatever, dude. Who gives a shit? Gibraltar sucks. Nah, too late now. I'm not going back. Never visited. I'm pretty sure someone has visited.
No grass and barely any life beyond hardy mosses, lichens, and the seabirds that nest along the cliffs.
Yo, what up, dude?
Petrels and skuas glide over the windswept plateau, while seals and penguins gather in the icy waters below. The silence is near total, broken only by the sound of wind and waves slamming
This seems like a
against
nice
rock.
place to live. I'd live
It's
there.
a place that feels untouched, not just by civilization, but by time itself. And yet, for such an isolated and seemingly uneventful island, Bouvet has a handful of stories that remain unexplained. The most well-known mystery dates back to 1964. A British expedition led by a Royal Navy weather ship approached the island on a rare mission. The sea ice had parted just long enough to allow a small team to investigate. They landed at Nirosa and began their standard survey. But as they moved across the rocky shore, they came across something unexpected. A lifeboat. It was in good condition, sturdy, intact, and clearly placed there, not simply washed ashore. Near the boat were a few barrels, some debris, and signs that someone, recently, had been there. But there were no footprints in the snow. No people.
Guys, I gotta tell you something. My mom today has been really annoying. Holy shit. She's like, oh, you're going to England, you know, I'll have to buy you shorts. And I no, don't buy me shorts. Like, I need to buy you pants. Like, no. And then today, she was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. And she bought me a fucking, some clothing, and I was like, this is too small. And then she bought it, that's too big. And then, oh, dude, oh my god, such a fucking pain in the dick. Oh.
No notes, no explanation.
So
the
annoying,
ship that
dude.
the lifeboat
I
might have
hate
come
a
from
shop
was
with
never
clothes.
identified, and no one ever claimed it. In the vastness of the Southern Ocean, a African expedition that landed
Okay,
briefly
this
on
one
the
is
island
2 hours long. Obviously, we are not gonna fucking. Holy shit, dude.
an emergency stop and vanished.
Put
Was
that-
it left by a previous expedition?
Yeah, dude, it was so annoying. Holy shit. And then she was like, oh, no. And now she's messaging me, yeah, you have to take your pain medication with you. Like, dude, holy shit, dude, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. My name is Smurgens. Ooh. I like to smurg. Man, she's fat as fuck, dog. She fat as fuck, nigga. God damn. What are we watching now? Man, we had a bunch of good videos rolled up, and now they're all sort of gone, dude. You know what I'm saying, dog? They're all gone and shit. Come on, give me the good ones.
We must.
Why is that every fucking Mortal... Oh, hey, Puss. Oh shit, you started me. Why is every Mortal Kombat guy a greasy guy like that? Hey, Pussy. Hey, Pussy. Oh, so sad to have Puss. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, boy. Who's a good cat? Yes. You can't even see the cat, but it's here. It's right here. Look, I'm petting it, but it's only my hand. See? Ooh, there's nothing here. What the fuck? Why does it censor my cat? Like I'm just skits going, oh, who's a good kitty? Yes, you. Oh, you're so soft. Yes, you. Oh, so weird. Nice. Here we go. Yeah, it's a visible cat. It's ready. Oh, so sick. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Why are you censored? Hey. Well, what if I do this? She loves the microphone for some reason. She loves to rub against the microphone. It's so weird. See? She loves rubbing up against it. Rub up against it, whatever. You freaky bitch, can't rub up against it. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. It's new ASMR. It's cat stuff. Come on. Rub up against the thing. Rub up against it. Come on. I know you want. There you go. Oh, nice. Nice. Ah, I love sleeping. Oh, please. Oh, you're so soft, aren't you? You're so yeah, rub up against it. Yeah, that's hot. You wanna rub up against this? Huh? You wanna be a really naughty kitty? Come on, you bitch. I know you want to. Rub up against it, you little slut. No, rub up against this. Come on, do it, faggot. This. Not me. This. This. Why are you so obsessed with this thing? You're fucking weird, cat. I don't understand you. Come on, rub up against it. Just do once. Rub up against it. You like that? You're sick and I'd get it. Where the white's going now? Cancun. Oh, Pussy. Oh, so soft. Oh, you're so soft, kitty. Cambodia, Vietnam, huh? Dude. I wonder, seriously, I wonder how much they lost in how much they're gonna lose in the marijuana thing, you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, now I'm kind of like, I mean, yeah, I can probably get it, but it's like a chore and like, you know? Yeah, rub up against this. Come on, do it. Rub up against it. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, it's just rub up against the red thing now. Yeah. What the fuck? Kitty, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing? What is it love? What is it about this thing you like so much? Huh? I don't get it. what? So because my spit is on it? Do you want me to spit on you?
Bonjour. Je suis vos billets s'il vous plaît. Ouais.
Yeah, volume.
Allez-y, merci.
I just want some weed, and then like you gotta do, no, you gotta do the legal ones, you know. Value, you want like, oh, you're so soft, kitty, huh? Oh, you're so soft. Oh my god, you're so soft. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm sorry, kitty. You're so nice. Oh my god, it's one of them weird people who touch everything. Like, yeah, I got a fucking oh yeah, let's lift up here. Dude, this guy's autistic as fuck, dude. Look, he has to touch everything. Like, oh yeah. It's too easy. Well, it is, dude. If you can't even get alcohol with just like your fucking fingers on your phone, you know, then yeah, dude. You don't care about anything, do you, kitty? Yeah. Why doesn't yeah, that annoyed you. If why doesn't Cheap Charlie do this? Just take a train somewhere, dude. Whatever. Oh, you fucking cat! Move, dude. Get out of the fucking. Just stop touching my keyboard. Get out of here, dude. You little nigger. Fucking hell. That's enough. Enough for you. $55, dude. Why? Who wants to be on a 55-hour long airplane trip? Or whatever the hell. what are we talking about now? You lost me now. I'm kind of stoned. I don't know what you're. I lost you.
Yeah,
oh yeah, Cheap Charlie. Oh yeah, well he's a faggot, dude. He's
in
such
Austria.
He's such a faggot.
Oh yeah, 1 day to go, and then 1 week in Austria, and then 1 day to go back.
Mangoes, you know, you're also a faggot.
You can take a train from Vienna, and you can go around like
yeah, dude, that'd be funny as
try all the
fuck.
different schnapps.
Oh, I just farted. You know what I had for dinner and breakfast and everything today? Bread. Just bread. I've eaten so much fucking bread today. Like almost a whole bread. Just everything I eat is just bread. Yeah, dude. I was just. Wait, was that a deer? What the fuck did I just see there? What the fuck, dude? Am I stoned? Oh, it was this thing. I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought it was a deer at first. Dude, it's pretty big, pretty based. Man, dude, it's kind of fucking rude to record people on filming. I think that's cringe, dude. That's really cringe. I hope he really knows that. Or else that's really cringe. Best bottom line. No, best bottom line. Is he still on the same fucking train? Did he change trains? I think he did, right? Yeah, he did. No, it's still the same fucking train. What are you doing, dude? Faggot! Oh my god, I gotta do my yoga. Ugh, what a faggot, dude. What an absolute fucking vegetable. shit, this is a miserable experience. Huh? I can see fucking. Hey guys, today we're gonna. He'd probably kill himself, dude. He'd be like, I can't do it, dude. He'd get off. He can't even take a train. No, I got off in Germany. I mean, we're on scene in Bulgaria anyway, or whatever, wherever we're going instantly. So, you know, you just Google it. That was a dead down. This guy's cringe as fuck, dude. This guy's super autistic. This guy's mega autistic, dude. This is a huge fucking train station. I think I've been in this. No, I haven't been in it. I kind of want to bang a German chick, dude. You know?
First class and the business class are located in section B. The part of the train in section 8.
The right side, dude. I don't know, it's kind of hard. I just started skipping. Oh, whatever, who cares? It's a fucking. Still only halfway through this fucking video. And that's a lot of text for me to expect me to read, dude. That is too much reading. Yo, what up, mangoes? Yo, Doomhammer, do you think you could do this? This is slow and boring. Holy shit, huh? He has his own sleeping room, so that's nice. We're in a hot part of Europe now. This is so not Europe to me. This is like something else. Yeah. You know, this doesn't look like Europe to me. It's nice. Nice. I also did my grocery shopping today. It was, well, I don't have to buy water, but it was 1 kilo of pork and some 6 burgers. I don't know, I paid a lot of money. Probably like $100 something, dude. And then you get $25 for like same amount of food. It's just kind of retarded, dude. And I pay like $1,000, you know? Yeah, I agree. What does this guy do? This guy is so autistic, dude. I swear to God. Didn't work, bruh, dude. Man, dude, stop being so. Dude, he's so autistic. I gotta touch everything. If there's a way to touch it, I gotta touch it. Oh yeah, let me touch this window, dude. Oh, I need to touch this window. Ah, faggot! Absolutely insane, dude. Oh god. They speak that spooky language over here, dude. You made a fan? What the fuck, dude? He has a book about trains. Dude, I'm telling you, this guy is mad autistic and he made a fucking... Yeah, that beer looks good, huh? Has a white educated man on it and shit. Probably tastes like, you know. I mean, over here, dude, there are no blacks and shit over here, dude. This is basically the only based. This is only based you know, white people left, dude. Yeah, I know, right? What is it about black people and not hearing that sound of the smoke detector low and battery? It's so weird. Beep. And then he's going, you know, you know who else had that shit? And that would drive me insane. Costner. He had like something that would beep, you know? Never fucking fixed it. But it was a loud beep. It was like beep, and and the last time I talked to him, whatever, on voice, it's not that long ago, but maybe like 2 years ago, and he still hasn't fixed it. It's like holy shit, are you fucking crazy? Guy's been living there for 10 years, just listening to a beep sound. Dude, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Absolutely mental. 10 years of beep! Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I guess people could just block that out. Like, they're like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, they're used to their own fucking insane ramblings, right? So I guess they just like, yeah, whatever, dude. This shit. Yeah, this place is bomb. This guy's breathing so hard, he has a heart on his like, fucking love trains, bro. Fucking suck my dick, I'm gonna come. Oh, look at that billboard. Oh, it's all manual and shit. Fuck, it's manual. That's a lot of people. Damn, dude, look at that. Are you kidding me? Dude, I have like one fucking... Dude, what the fuck is this, dude? This makes no sense. This is the most modern they have. This fucking looks old. It's like, yeah, so here's our fucking whatever the fuck, you know? And then the rest of the couch is like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Yeah, dude, this is some fucking tagged up shit. Man, dude. Not even electric. That fucking out of Thailand, dude. That place is just... Oh, so he's in a nice, dude. Look at that. He's in a nice Turkish. Look at that, dude. He's in a nice Turkish lounge, whatever. The non-painted one. Yeah, I wouldn't lean out the window, dude. This is kind of scary, dude. I remember doing that as a kid. And I'm doing that, and my mom would yell at me, "Don't do that!" Why? I would go. Nah, dude, I don't. I remember that was literally the greatest vacation ever in my life. Being 15 and going to Thailand and just doing a bunch of shit on for myself, having my own hotel room, dude. That shit was so cash. I fucking love that shit, dude. So fun. The best vacation ever. They would just go outside, just walk and chill. See, dude, that was so fun, dude. Man, man. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna do the same again. Don't even fucking leave that house. Like, oh, I guess I'm gonna leave the house. I'm out of weed. Wah. And I barely have the effort to even do that. Man, what the fuck? Dude, look at this guy. He's like touching everything. Oh yeah, look at that. It turns into a bed. Oh my god, it turns into a bed. Let's go. Oh yeah, I gotta pull this one. Look, it's a bed! Oh, dude, like, yeah, we get it, dude. Like, relax. Holy shit, dude. That is a nice view, though, I have to admit. That is a nice view. Okay, we'll get it. Oh, that is nasty, dude. Fuck that shit, dude. Fucking, the more east you go, the more bootleg shit becomes. It's weird. What the fuck?
Listen, how do you play with glasses on all day?
I just close my eyes. And then sometimes when I do open my eyes, guess what? I'm in a top 10 situation. Let me go ahead and try and win this game.
Right. Sure.
But that is a common question that I get all the time. D1080p.
What you're looking at? Yes. Cool.
Forbidden Legion. Forbidden religions. That's a big fucking submarine, huh? It's massive. Thank you. Holy shit, dude.
For reasons yet to...
Okay, I already... Part 1? Motherfucker, this guy is like, yo, check it, dude. I'm gonna make a fucking 1 hour 47 long video about fucking Raccoon City. And then they go part 1, and then it goes, alright, nigga.
For reason...
Here's part 2, and it's even longer. This one's 2 hours 12, son. Is there a part 3? No. Holy shit, dude. You need to chill. Also, I'm gonna watch this in bed later. That's some good ass shit to fall asleep to, dude. And I'll wake up and I'll be like, did you know that in 1997, Raccoon City had its first fucking measles outbreak? And it was quite scary. Like, oh, I did not know that. What the fuck are you talking about, Lars? How you dumb kike? Yeah, dude, it's fucking bullshit, dude. the fuck? It's so bullshit. I was like, alright, dude. Yeah, come on, man. That's retarded as fuck. I thought I favored it or whatever. I guess not. I like this one. I think this one is fun.
It literally looks like you. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird.
Dude, it's so funny they both have the same haircut and glasses and that stupid. Dude, it's so trippy, dude.
It literally looks like you. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so weird.
Which means I tried this on my cat and it did not work, dude.
It literally looks.
Cat just goes like, whatever, dude. You're fucking skits. Doesn't even react to it. Corpulent Joe. Man, the game's just throwing Resident Evil at me now. But yeah, Resident Evil, huh? Okay, buddy. I'm gonna give you Resident Evil. Woo! This looks stupid. From Paris to Berlin. What? There's Australia. Okay. I was like, huh? Indian Pacific, and I'm like, oh Jesus, that can't be good. Imagine thinking like what's luxury in fucking India, huh? I guess it would be just quiet, you know. That would be like, oh, it's all quiet, man. That's the biggest luxury, man. Holy shit! You mean I don't even have to pick? I can have quiet and a bottle of fucking water. Damn, dude. That's the most we can hope for in India. Because India fucking sucks. Fuck you. What is this nonsense?
Step 1. Create life. They're beautiful. Step 2. Establish law. Just don't eat from this one in particular. It's not that hard. Step 3. Watch as the seeds of doubt are sown. You can eat from everywhere.
Have you heard a theory about, like, how mushrooms, like, fucking fucks with your head? And, like, that was, like, one of the reasons why we evolved. We were animals and we ate the mushrooms and we gained our sentience and some shit. And they said, like, the first one to eat was, like, this thing.
Why not here? Give it a try. What's he gonna do about it? Step 4. A choice is made.
Pretty alright, I guess.
Step 5. They defy you.
You wake up screaming. Now
Shut up, faggot. No one likes you. You smell it. Dun, 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 dun. What does he have to say today?
Okay, welcome to the Thunderdome. It's Tuesday, Thunderdome. Okay, you got something you need to say to someone. Take a deep breath in, you realize this is going to be a grieving process, okay? A grieving process means before...
How can he... How can he have a microphone straight up to his fucking mouth and still not be loud enough?
You're a person, and then the event happened, and then now you're a different person. You can't go back to the person you were before. You're a different person.
Holy shit, what's wrong with you, dude? How can you have him literally fucking right in front? I get it, dude. Didn't. 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 We need more travel, dude. That's what we need. That's what's interesting. No, like, you fucking click here. What I recommend? Oh, a bunch of fucking zombie Resident Evil shit, dude. Literally watching fucking 8th Train. You know? I was like, nah, dude, no train for you or whatever. You can suck my asshole, faggot. So, oh shit, I'm sorry, dude. This is not... This is not what I want. What the fuck is this? Amazing. Truly amazing. I'm glad I fucking searched up train, dude. Holy shit. This is so bizarre. I love Transit, dude. What? That's all it does, and it has 581,000 subscribers? Fluff Transit? What the fuck is this? Oh man, that is fucking stupid. Oh fuck. People say this is AI, but nah, son. This is real.
Lights and
Cat ear song? Dude, that is brilliant. Oh my god, even that train waves in this one, dude. Man, he found a recipe, dude. He's like, here's a secret for my channel. This, don't ever fuck with this. This is the script, so we always get what we want. The people waving, the conductor waving, you know, and then the thing. And then if you wanna switch it up, here's what you know.
Hey, you've been scrolling for a while.
Shut up. We watch this. And then we get the ladies, whatever. Yep. Can we get the train lady? The one, no, not this one. Oh, what? Someone's having fun. I can't believe it has this many fucking subscribers, dude. 500 something dollars. That is insane. And oh, dude. Dude, that is so weird. So this is why you type in train, dude. This is why you would have never found this. I even known about this stupid ass shit meme unless I type train. What? There's more. There's more. Dude, this is an actual genre, dude, of just fucking... What is going on? This is my favorite genre, dude. People just making fucking transportation into stuff. Why is this a fucking thing? This is the greatest thing, dude. Is she also doing this? What are you doing, huh? People have it, dude. If you just type in train, you just get all sorts of fake shit that never happened. This is ridiculous, dude. What the fuck is this? And no, I don't think I did. Whole train universe, dude. Whole train universe. Oh, dude, this guy's serious about it. Man, dude. Man, this is some funny shit, dude. What? Dude, train's just fucking big. Holy shit. It is the most autistic shit ever, dude. How is anything more autistic than trains? Nothing. Nothing is more fucking autistic than trains. I don't know what it is. It's just... It's universal, too. For some reason, train just hits the spot for the autism. Like, yeah, train. Yeah, that's it. You know? It's like your asshole itches, and, like, no matter what you do, like, it still itches. It's train. Yeah, there's the fart. What was this thing you made? What the fuck is going on? Stop. Usually I click all of your shit. Maybe how? Usually I'm pretty good at clicking your shit. It's always funny when you show up in my shorts and I'm like, that's funny, and then it was you.
I believe the...
In this hospital display...
Oh, look who's in my room.
What, really?
It feels like we've got a lot more going on here than just 3 pitches. Well, this is because Junichi Masuda very much rose to the challenge of writing music for the Game Boy. Like many great artists before him, Masuda allowed voice. But this is in contrast to Lavender Town. Lavender Town is...
That's another one that's going into. I'm gonna watch that in bed. But that's some good shit, dude. I love people who make this like yeah, look at my super artistic powers. I'm gonna make a video about fucking this game and how it's fucking, you know, who remembers this shit, dude? It's fucking sick. I want to watch this movie just for the memes. Oh yeah, I can watch this one. I haven't watched it, I just scrolled through it.
In the last 3 centuries alone, these giants have taken the lives of more than 20,000 people. And the ultimate question is never if they'll awaken, but when. We're travelling across Japan, from snowy Hokkaido to subtropical Kyushu, to uncover the stories behind these ticking time bombs. We'll meet the people who live in their shadow, and those who dare to get closer. From towns that have taken drastic measures to protect themselves, to the most catastrophic eruption in Japan's recorded history, and the one everybody fears could be next. It's a story of fire and ash, and an ever-present threat that shaped the soul of a nation, as we go in search of Japan's deadliest volcanoes. The Japan Meteorological Agency runs one of the most sophisticated volcanic warning systems on the planet. But unfortunately, even the best systems aren't entirely foolproof. On a clear September morning in 2014, hikers are climbing the trails of Mount Ontake, Japan's second tallest volcano, with seemingly no signs of danger. Then, without warning, at 11:53 a.m, it explodes for the first time in 35 years. A colossal plume of ash and rock tears into the sky. Within seconds, the tranquil mountain is transformed into a hellscape. Shocking footage shows panicked hikers fleeing as a thick cloud of toxic ash thunders down the mountain. They try their best to outrun it, but unfortunately the wind isn't in their favour, and they're quickly engulfed in the thick black clouds. Tragically for many on the mountain, this is the last thing they'll see. In the days that followed, the world's media turned their gaze to a mountain that had become an unrecognisable desert, while rescue teams desperately dug out survivors on the summit. 63 lives were lost, making it Japan's most lethal eruption in over a century. Japan is home to 10% of the world's active volcanoes, and the worrying truth is 50 are under constant surveillance, given their proximity to populations and their risk of a potential eruption. For some communities, the sign of smoke rising is merely a daily occurrence, but for others, it's an ominous sign that everything is about to change. Lake Toya, Hokkaido, a scenic resort town enjoyed by 3 million tourists a year. Travellers come here to escape, relax, and unwind. Yet concealed beyond the town lies an inaccessible landscape, whispering stories the guidebooks are keen to omit.
Like along the shoreline of the lake and the hotels facing outwards, you can miss it. But turn around, look up, gaze up 700 metres to the towering stratovolcano that looms large overhead. And you can see something fairly unsettling has taken place here, right? The entire town of Lake Toya is effectively behind a barrier, a vast network of walls and dams separating it from Mount Usu, a terrifying volcano that has unleashed its wrath no less than 4 times in the last 150 years.
On March 26,
this never happened.
the Murora Meteorological Observatory detects a flurry of small earthquakes beneath Mount Usu. By the hour, they multiply, and by the end of the day, 109 earthquakes have been recorded. The following day, there are 590 earthquakes recorded, and 2 days later, over 1,600. On on March 31st, Usu finally erupts. A pillar of white smoke and ash bursts through the sky as high as 3,200 meters, sending with it 290,000 metric tons of ash and volcanic debris, and reaching as far as Sapporo City, over 180 kilometers away. In the aftermath, 200 homes are destroyed, but to the locals, this doesn't come as a surprise. Mount Usu never stays quiet for long. The previous eruption in 1977 saw over 20,000 people being evacuated. And with 9 major eruptions over the last 400 years, every generation that's lived in this region has been reminded of its destructive power. Despite their image of explosive momentary destruction, volcanoes don't often return to a state of calm after erupting. The Mount Usu eruption in 2000 lasted for 18 months. Imagine 1.5 years of ash, steam and tremors, never quite knowing what to expect next.
噴火もですね、1回の噴火だけではなくて繰り返し起こります。で、1つの噴火だったら、数十分ぐらいで収まっていくんですけども、それが何日か奥にまた起こる。で、それが何ヶ月にもわたって起こる。何年、2年、3年にもわたって噴火するということもあります。
Lake Toya is also home to a rather spectacular occurrence. In 1943, a perfectly ordinary wheat field decided it had bigger ambitions, like becoming a mountain. Over the next 2 years, the ground steadily ballooned ever upwards, until the crops were replaced by a fully fledged volcano. Locals named it Showa Shinzan, and to this day, it remains the only mountain in Japan you could have watched grow while eating your lunch.
But as you'd expect, a volcano seemingly coming out of nowhere and growing in 2 years led to some bizarre kind of events unfolding. Number one, it was actually seen as a bad omen, and the Japanese government covered up the birth of Showa Shinzan back in the day. It wasn't until 1948, a volcano conference in Oslo, that it was formally announced. But the second bizarre thing that happened was, as there was no public knowledge of this volcano and no scientists on hand to kind of monitor it, a postmaster called Masao Mimatsu, who worked at a neighbouring town, kept track of it and actually kept diaries and kept a really kind of comprehensive report on it. Best of all though, he actually bought the land that the volcano is on, so technically this is private property. So if you ever see a volcano growing in your back garden, buy the land and keep a reading of it. You might get a free trip to Oslo. Yeah.
There is a tragic irony to life in Toyoko, a hot spring town whose very existence depends on the geothermal energy of Mount Usu, yet where residents live with the constant awareness that they may have to evacuate at a moment's notice. And to the locals, such events haven't been simply consigned to history. Around the base of Mount Usu, a 2-kilometre stretch of land has been deliberately preserved, left exactly as it was in the aftermath of the 2000 eruption. Among the ruins stands the Toyoko Kindergarten, a silent, haunting reminder of just how suddenly normal life can be swept away.
It's very eerily quiet up here, apart from the snow gently falling around. And you know, most Japanese towns that are affected by disasters tend to get rid of the destruction that was left thereafter. The town of Toyo has kind of embraced it, and around the volcano you can see places like this that have been left up as a sort of ominous reminder to the locals and to travellers coming to this region. And there's lots of rocks strewn throughout the playground, and that was what led to the damage here on this building. They flew out the volcano and crashed into the side of the building, smashed windows, the roofs caved in. From a distance, the building looks mostly structurally sort of intact, but it's inside, it looks like a real horror show. And the playground is also kind of littered with burnt out, broken vehicles, like the old school bus, which is a pretty haunting sight to witness.
The towns surrounding Mount Usu have been shaped both physically and culturally by their uneasy relationship with the volcano, which raises the question, why would anyone choose to live in the shadow of something so volatile? To find the answer, we travel 1,300 kilometers south to a Japanese island with a volcano that doesn't just erupt occasionally, it breathes fire almost every single day. Sakurajima is Japan's most active volcano. Since 1955, it's erupted almost continuously, with some years seeing over 1,000 eruptions. For the 500,000 residents of Kagoshima City, life means living at the mercy of the wind. On a bad day, it can rain a blizzard of volcanic ash straight into the heart of the metropolis. Nowhere else in Japan offers such a front row seat to both the beauty and the menace of living beside a volcano. Once a true island, Sakurajima was separated from the mainland of Kagoshima Prefecture until the Great Taisho eruption of 1914. one of the most powerful in Japan's history, that the landscape changed forever. Almost 10 billion tons of lava poured forth, with the molten flood filling the 400-meter strait separating it from the mainland, permanently welding the island to the Orsumi Peninsula. Sakurajima's fusion with the mainland may have been a geological marvel, but it came at a terrible cost, with 58 islanders losing their lives. And today, scars from the 1914 eruption remain etched into the communities through landmarks that survived the event. Honestly, one of the most beautiful yet haunting torii gates that I've ever seen. You know, red wooden torii gates get all the acclaim, but it's actually the stone ones that I think are more poignant because you get a sense of the sheer passage of time. In the case of this torii gate, it's actually 3 meters tall. You just wouldn't know it because 2 meters of it buried beneath the soil in the volcanic ash that fell here in 1914. In just the space of one day, 2 meters of ash fell from the sky, smothering 687 homes. Luckily, the villagers knew it was coming. Due to water in the wells actually boiling in the days ahead, fish dying in the sea, Sakurajima sort of announced what was about to happen in the days leading up to it. After the 1914 eruption, the town was thinking of excavating it, and then one of the elders of the community decided, why not leave it as a reminder to future generations? It's one of the few reminders of what happened back over 100 years ago, and become a tourist attraction in its own right. It's not something you see every day. And yet the constant clouds of smoke that eject from Sakurajima go mostly unnoticed by the people living here. When filming this documentary, the island was at an eruption warning level of 3, preventing people from going within close proximity of the volcano due to the likely event of an eruption, with level 5 being an all-out evacuation, something made possible by the 24-hour ferry that runs to and from Kagoshima City across the sea every 20 minutes. Still, on a good week, the only sign of the volcano's wrath lies in the government-issued ash removal bags that quietly fill the island's streets. Just another part of everyday life for those who live here. But what's it really like to live and grow up in the shadow of Japan's most active volcano? I spoke with Hikari-san, who helps promote tourism in the region, Fukushima-san, the director of the Sakurajima Museum, and Namoto-san, a local who's given kayak tours around the volcano for many years. What's this bag you've got here, Hikari?
It's called Kokuhai Bukuro, meaning overcoming volcanic ash.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this bag is distributed by the city, Kagoshima City. So the residents sweep the volcanic ash and put them inside a bag. Some areas they have to clean like almost every week.
Every week?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm bad enough cleaning my house as it is. I'll take that home to my partner, Charlotte. She'll love that.
火山のそばになんでわざわざ人が住んでるんですかってはよく聞かれますけれども、火山の噴火が始まったのが、実は70年ぐらい前の話なんですね。普通に穏やかに住んでたところに火山活動が始まったというだけ。そこにわざわざ住みに行ったというよりは、住んでるところに火山灰が降り始めただけの話。それでも住み続けられるということは、大した被害じゃないっていう。
火山イコール怖いもんだ。破滅とか壊す、そういうことを思いがちですけれども、でもこの火山のおかげで温泉も入れるし、食べ物いっぱいあるんだ。爆発による噴出物、そういったもので実はいろんな命っていうのが生まれてるんだってことも知ってもらいたいです。
Would it be scary living here? I know you live across the bay, right? But would you ever consider living on the island?
Yeah. In my heart, I always say, good morning, Sakurajima. Yeah, it's like family member.
Like a family member? Who's sometimes beautiful, sometimes very angry.
Yeah.
じゃあこれから登りましょうか。登りたいね。Let's go. No, next time. Perhaps it's not so unreasonable to feel a sense of reverence towards these towering geological giants, particularly when viewed through the lens of Japanese history and belief. In Shintoism, volcanoes are thought to be the dwelling places of powerful deities, known as kami. For centuries, pilgrims would ascend these sacred peaks to offer prayers and appease the gods, hoping that they would prevent the next eruption. Even the origin of volcanoes in Japanese mythology is steeped in drama. According to ancient lore, the divine creators of Japan, Izanami and Izanagi, gave birth to the fire god Kagutsuchi, but the child emerged wreathed in flame, and in doing so, mortally wounded his mother. Stricken with grief, Izanagi drew his sword and cut the god of flames into 8 pieces, tossing them into far-flung locations across Japan and sprouting the 8 major volcanoes of the Japanese islands. And honestly, it's not hard to see why volcanoes were once feared as the wrath of the gods when you look at the deadliest eruption in Japanese history. For that, we head to our final destination.
Unsen.
Now, if you were to come here without context, it might be safe to assume that this destruction was caused by an earthquake. That is, until you look up at the horizon towards Mount Unsen, a smouldering giant that looks innocent enough. But make no mistake, this volcano is an absolute monster, because it's not only the most deadly volcano in all of Japan, one of the deadliest volcanoes on the planet. Japan is in the midst of the Edo era, a time of peace, isolation, and rigid control. But in the quiet coastal town of Shimabara, something far less orderly is unfolding. For months, the ground has been restless. Small tremors ripple through the earth around Mount Unsen, unsettling villagers and local monks alike. On Mount Mayuyama, a lava dome has begun to bulge ominously, an unspoken warning that few can yet comprehend. Then, on May 21st, the mountain finally gives way. What follows is the deadliest volcanic disaster in Japanese history. A powerful magnitude 6.4 earthquake strikes the region, violently shaking Mount Mayuyama and dislodging the unstable lava dome perched on the summit. A colossal landslide tears down the mountain's western slope, obliterating everything in its path. Entire neighborhoods in Shimabara vanish in seconds, with 5,000 lives lost almost instantly. The avalanche continues, crashing into Ariake Bay and displacing an enormous volume of water, unleashing a mega tsunami. As the landslide slices Mount Mayuyama down from 760 meters to just 400, the waves in the bay rise an astonishing 57 meters, slamming into Kumamoto across the sea. By the time the tsunami loses its power, it's reached as far as 24 kilometers inland and taken the lives of over 10,000 people. It's a cataclysmic event that Kyushu never saw coming, and a reminder that one of the most dangerous things about volcanoes is the inability to predict just what part of the eruption will become the deadliest. There's no greater example of this than the catastrophe that struck 200 years later. In 1991, after months of volcanic activity, Mount Unsen made its presence known once again, with tragic consequences. In the days leading up to the eruption, anticipation had been building, with news crews and photographers gathered at the base of Mount Unsen, staking out fixed positions in the hope of capturing the moment the volcano roared to life. Volcanologists expected a dramatic eruption. Instead, the mountain began to swell. A lava dome started forming at the summit, thick, viscous magma rising slowly, reshaping the landscape like a balloon filling with molten rock. But these domes were inherently unstable, fragile, pressurized, and prone to sudden collapse. Then, on June 3rd, 1991, at 4 p.m, the worst-case scenario unravelled.
I'm gonna come.
The dome gave way, triggering a violent pyroclastic flow. Caught on film with this terrifying footage, a lethal surge of superheated gas, ash and volcanic rock, up to 1,000 degrees Celsius in temperature, tore down the mountainside at 200 kilometers per hour. Many of the media and news teams that were assembled were unable to escape, including amongst them world-famous French volcanologists Katia and Maurice Kraft, who had travelled to Japan to document the eruption. Tragically, 43 people were killed, many of them members of the media, waiting to witness history, and sadly instead becoming a part of it.
Yeah, idiots. Hope you got your shot.
Wow. Having spent many of my years up in Tohoku, along the coastline where they've basically terraformed it, reshaped it after the tsunami, I'm used to seeing massive infrastructure projects, but the scale of this is breathtaking. These dams, right, to prevent mud flow coming down the mountainside, it's almost like stepping stones for a giant, a god. Absolutely incomprehensible. Even now, you know, about 30 years after the last eruption, it's sobering to think that the defences that are being built now could be protecting people, you know, 200 years into the future here in this part of Japan. This is where the iconic shot of the pyroclastic flow was taken, that barreled down the mountain, destroying farmland and taking the lives of dozens of people, including Katia and Maurice Kraft. And you can see amidst the trees and the foliage that's actually kind of sprung it back into life, these huge, massive boulders of rock, chunks of the volcano that fell down, came down with the eruption, strewn throughout the forests and the fields beneath Mount Unsen. Even today, it's ominously kind of smouldering at the top. A little bit scary looking up at that.
It's an unsettling thought that it might erupt once again in the not too distant future. And yet, for many, the spectre of the volcano hasn't been a deterrent for those wanting to live and work here. While construction crews raise concrete walls to keep people out, the locals quietly edge ever closer. And when I say locals, I don't just mean the humans. Emmanuel Carlones lived in Shimabara for several years, promoting Unzen's Hells Valley hot spring town. He also shows me the real reason the local cats have fallen in love with the place.
That's oh, son of a... That's really hot.
Right? You can really feel, the power of the volcano just by touching the ground. It's very hot.
You could cook a sirloin steak on it.
Yeah,
we should.
Not probably very clean, but...
Hey, sweet girl. But that explains why there's so many cats around here, right?
Yes, they love it. I mean, this hell over here, it's the volcanic ashes are not toxic. So it's actually, there's living things going around over here, and it's not too hot. It's just the right temperature.
Very cute. No location in Japan would be complete without dozens of cats having a fight. Very cute.
Cats benefit from the heat, and so do the hotels. Inns built around the hellish landscape get to save roughly 40% on their gas bills by sending their pipes through the scalding hot natural steam. But is it really worth the trade-off? Operating so close to something so destructive, given what could happen if and when it all goes wrong?
In a sense, the volcano has been active for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And people, sometimes it erupts. But people keep living here. They want to live here. They also want to protect this environment.
That's something that struck me actually, looking at the footage of Mount Unzen in like 1991, 1992, the destruction.
Right.
You would think people wouldn't want to live there, and yet there is a lot of people living there. The city, the town sort of recovered.
At a certain point, you start thinking about it as a living thing, also almost as a person or as a god itself. And as an entity itself, it's pretty fair. It erupts every 200 years or so. So when you know that it's about
Japan, where the town happens to be called Obama, the second town in Japan with the name of the former president and with no affiliation with the man himself. Though of course the locals have gleefully stuck his face on a towel. I meet with Nahoko Kato, who works in Obama but is originally from Chiba, and she wouldn't choose to be anywhere else.
怖い。一番暖かいビジでしょ、おばあの町。
今日ぬるい。
あ、そうなの？
すごくぬるい。ちょうどいい。
ちょうどいい。
全然大丈夫。温泉と非常にやっぱり密接につながっているミネラルがすごく豊富に不減だ。
I'd bang her, maybe. I don't know.
手から川を伝って流れてくるので、ここはそういったから受けありがお山の方が。
Oh wow.
そうですね。
That's a beautiful thing. Very beautiful. 神様みたい。
そうです。もう何かあれば山に向かう。
Oh wow.
そうですね。
That's a beautiful thing. Very beautiful. And you have a we love of Obama. Come on, Obama. Footpath.
Living memory, 100,000 climbers every year. It's easy to forget that Japan's most iconic mountain is in fact a ticking time bomb. When Mount Fuji last erupted, from 1707 to 1708, it blanketed the region in 800 million cubic meters of ash. Tokyo, over 100 kilometers away, was plunged into darkness. If the same eruption were to happen today, with almost 40 million people living around the mountain, it wouldn't be so much a natural disaster as a full-blown national emergency.
40 million Japanese dead.
Experts predicted it could bury the capital in up to 30 centimeters of ash, enough to paralyze transport, knock out power grids, and grind the world's most populated city to a halt, with an estimated $20 billion of damage. Of the 2 times I've climbed Mount Fuji, I'll never forget standing on the summit, peering into the vast crater, a crater large enough to swallow a whole town, and wondering what it might still be holding back. The seismic data tells a rather worrying story. When I spoke to Professor Kenji Satake at the Earthquake Research Institute, he pointed to the Nankai Trough, a fault line that many believe is overdue.
Eruption of Mount Fuji may be related to the earthquake in Nankai Trough. In 1707, earthquake happened, then several months later, Mount Fuji erupted. That's where both related to the subduction of the Philippine plate. Along Nankai Trough, the government says the chance of the next earthquake in the next 30 years is 70 to 80%.
An earthquake here could set off a chain reaction that triggers Mount Fuji. with some experts saying there's a 5 to 10% chance of an eruption within the next 30 years. For now, Japan's most beloved mountain sleeps, but one day...
God, this is Unzen. Gaps here in the very flower garden that helped grow.
Yeah, time for me to sleep, guys. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go sleep.